7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
He has a lot of problems.
Struggle to be top 5 in points at the end of the season.
Wow.
When you bleach your hair, you're a sellout.
Yo, what is up, everyone? Welcome back to the Moto Aftermath Show. This is episode number 263. I'm your host, Travis. We are here in the TLR Coatings studios. We got a full house tonight. Tom Cooper has joined us.
Hey.
Hanging out after his final hockey game of the season.
No, we got 2, 3 more.
Okay, well, close to the last one.
Hey.
Close to the last one. Anyway, we got Cole and Justin here also with us. Hello. Did you get a picture of the grips?
Oh, I got the grips.
Okay, all right, great. Can't wait for
psychopath.
that. And I saw you admiring my my graphics installing skills over there.
No, graphics look good.
The graphics are great. The install job is.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
Nope, it's fine. I'm gonna say it. In fact, I was really pumped on that left shroud because all I had were wrinkles on the top of it there, and then I started doing the right one last night, which you probably shouldn't have because I was pretty tired, and all hell broke loose. It's not great. It's not great. I'm gonna probably need a new one because that's bad. But
Send her in.
the graphics themselves are fine.
Yep.
Next time I'm gonna see if I can just send him the plastics and have him put them on.
Just learn how to do it.
No, fuck that. I don't have that kind of time. I'm over it. I'll have somebody do that for me.
Get your little scraper, get the fucking...
No.
I
I have the heat gun and the
Hey,
scraper
bro.
last night, and guess what? That's how it
Like I
ended
said,
up.
I hated it too.
Dude,
So-
he has a daughter. What is he doing it for? When you have a daughter, that's what the fuck.
Yeah,
kids are
my
for.
9-year-old's
Put it to work.
gonna do it. Not a
9-year-old's
chance.
gonna do the grips.
The graphics.
Yep, labor.
I bet a
We're past the
9-year-old
grips.
did do the grips.
Oh my god. All right. Anyway, thanks everybody for tuning in. This is show 263. We are going to wrap up all the action for Birmingham here, and for a race that didn't have, I will call it, a ton of race action. We got a lot to talk about because there was plenty going on. So before we jump into that, just want to thank our sponsors here. So 50 Grafx, Complete Racing Solutions, TLR Coatings, Gutter Works, Isaac Nelson Designs, and Holster Co. We've got all the goods tonight. We've got a 450 race recap brought to you by Gutter Works. We've got our Complete Racing Solutions halftime report. We've got our 250 race recap brought to you by 50 Graphics. We've got our Holster Co. Reload rant. Let's see here. We've got our Isaac Nelson Designs Deegan Danger Zone. So we've got all that coming up. If you guys want to pick up some merch, which none of us have on a Moto Aftermath Show shirt tonight. No, it's a TLR Coatings.
TLR Coatings. We've got
Kiefer tested.
Kiefer Fisher Real Estate.
Whoa.
Kiefer Ink tested.
We got Dixon Flannel.
Dixon
I like
flannel.
And we got hamburger meat hanging.
And we got the hamburger meat hanging. So, anyway, so yeah, if you guys want to pick up some merch or whatever, there are links in the description for all this stuff. There's discount codes. There's all sorts of stuff down there to all the sponsors and all the merch and all that kind of stuff, which all supports us and helps us get to the races. And the best way you can help us is just by like, comment, subscribe, show your friends, play the videos in the background, play the videos while you sleep, all that kind of good stuff, because we
Yeah,
would like to go
personally,
to the
I like
races.
to let my dog out, like when he's in the house during the day.
Yeah.
I just put it on.
Remember
Nice.
we did that
Does it
when we were
keep-
in St. Louis last year?
Yeah, we just put it on
we
the
left,
TV.
we put it on there, we came back, and that bitch was on like,
Yep, just
kept
repeat.
rolling
Yeah.
for hours.
Yeah.
Um,
and maybe a little comforting for my dog at home to hear my voice. I don't know.
Sure.
Whatever you want to go with,
Maybe.
man.
All right, I'll go
Anyway,
with
yeah.
What's your dog's name?
Monk.
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 Anyway, yeah. So, oh, hey, and by the way, happy birthday, right?
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
You
That
old
was
bastard.
that today?
Yesterday.
Oh, yesterday.
Did go to the go-kart track today though.
How'd that go?
Okay, Marv.
1-1.
No, top time for my crew at least.
He really wants to get into go-karting.
Yeah, never too late to get into Formula One.
No.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's what you're
Yep,
doing.
sure.
Look
So-
for sponsors.
All right.
I was third quickest at Grand Rapids Grand Prix today. So
before 12 o'clock.
yeah, I was out of there
Before the
noon.
afternoon crew hit.
Yep.
All right.
So how old are you? How old are you? What did you do for your birthday? What's it look like in Cole's world?
Oh shit! What did I do? So
I like Cole World. That's a pretty good name.
You went
Right
to-
there.
Cole
went to the
World.
go-kart
Yeah, my
track?
kids in college used to call me Cole World because like J. Cole, the rapper. It's like Cole World we live in. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. That's what we're going with. All right.
That was the stupidest shit I've ever heard.
It's a cold world we live in.
Shut the fuck up.
No, I was on the other side of the state, Bridgeport area, probably your neck of the woods.
At the in-laws, not getting late. Got it.
No, Emily's dad's retirement party. 45 years.
Ah, nice.
Clocked in. No more Sunday scaries. So he, yeah, we did that whole thing. Got up in the morning. It was actually her brother's birthday as well, same day.
That's weird.
And then her sister's is today.
Super weird.
Everything's just consolidated. Everything was knocked out.
The rest of the year, she doesn't have to buy shit for gifts. That's all right.
Pretty much. So I don't know if they planned this or what, because Emily's birthday's during Christmas, so they just consolidate all that too. But, yeah, man, just drove home Saturday, came home.
Not this one. Not this one.
No, this one.
Poor
Easy.
Emily.
All right, hang on.
Justin's ears perked right.
So-
This is going to be our highest rated section ever.
Poor
Let's
Emily.
put a picture of Emily on the screen here. No,
Let's
kidding,
not.
kidding.
Follow me on Instagram.
You see
That is
exactly what
not.
you look
That
like.
is not how you should have followed that up.
Anyway, MX vs ATV Legends was not playing online, so was just ripping some time attack.
So you weren't dropping hammer while you were online then?
Absolutely not. And then
I can't multitask.
I'm going off topic, but that was kind of happening one time, and I did win a moto against my boys on MXGP. It was at Assen, believe it or not.
Yep.
I felt like there were so many
boy.
jokes there, and none of us were quick on
Oh
the draw.
boy.
Anyway,
So that puts you at what, 34
what?
years old?
I'm 29.
29.
This kid's a child.
29.
I just
29.
I just turned 29, so no, that was it, man. Ate a pizza. Ray Boy T came over, Lance came over, and one of the other, I guess, out here you can call it a neighbor. He lives a couple miles down the road.
We're going to talk about, baby.
Fired off some pretty tweets, some funny ones. Got a lot of engagement last night.
That's good. That's good.
No, pulled out my my sweet Jason Anderson jersey, showed all my friends,
This is a big night.
Yeah, apparently.
and that's all I did. And then I got up this morning, went to the go-kart track, and then had lunch at Manelli's, and now I'm here.
Well, next
Nice.
one's Dirty 30, so we're going to have to do it a little bit bigger next time.
I don't know what I'm doing next year, man. Maybe a bus somewhere.
This motherfucker says that, and he would be sleeping by 9:30.
Yeah, dude, I
9:30.
listen. I burnt myself out in college.
Oh,
I was like,
yeah, I can't.
I was like, look, senior year, I'm going hard in the paint, and then I'm just.
I know I can't hang no more.
Me neither.
Shit, I'm ready to go right now. Let's go.
I don't know. I just hate feeling like shit and
No.
not being able to think for myself the next.
I
2
like to
days
be in
after.
bed by like 11 on the weekends, like usually earlier than that. Weekdays.
Really?
I mean, if
yeah,
it wasn't
bro.
for watching Supercross, I'd be
Yeah,
in bed
bro,
by
I'll
11.
tell
Oh yeah, 100%.
If I wasn't a businessman, I probably would sleep kind of normal hours too. But there ain't no sleeping going on for me.
Dude, the weekdays, man, I'm sleeping by like 9:30. Shit,
9:30.
bro, I can't
I'm
do
gonna have to
it.
start that because I'm tired all the time.
I don't even get home from the rink till 1 in the morning,
Here's-
5 days a week. There
here's
ain't
the
no
thing.
fucking 9:30 in the program.
Here's the thing, man. Like I have insomnia, so like I say I go to bed by 9:30, but I'm awake at like 1, and then I'm up by like 3:30. So
Oh wow.
yeah.
Cole, are you a morning guy?
No, I've been trying to become one. I've done the.
Oh, you will as you get older.
Yeah, I'm really working on it.
You know,
But
that-
I've done the gym in the morning thing where you get there at like 6:15 or whatever, and you really do feel way more alert like after. It's just getting my ass out of bed and like just dragging my feet.
I've always been a morning guy, man. Always.
Anyway, I started at 3:45 on Friday.
There you go.
'Cause I had to
Anyway.
pee, and then I couldn't go back to sleep. So at 4:30, I finally said, fuck it, we're
The
just gonna
dirt bike
start.
stuff.
It's
All
easy to
right.
get back shit.
That's
Let's
enough
get
of my
We gotta
birthday,
finish the
dude. It
intro
wasn't.
anyway.
Yeah, that was
My
weird.
birthday wasn't even cool. Like I don't even know why you guys like,
It's
wanted me
not-
to talk
it-
about
I
it.
mean, you drug that out a lot for you could have been like, yeah, I got a pizza and watched the race, and some homies came over.
Honestly, man, it's gonna be like that the rest of your life, bro. It's fucking birthdays. I mean,
Welcome to
birthdays-
adulthood.
Birthdays are birthdays.
Well, I tell everybody's always like, well, Emily tried to make it special. Got me some shoes and got me some stuff.
Yeah, that's
She
gonna
seems
stop.
pretty cool.
That means he
Yeah,
did get a
got me a
blurry
pair
one
of
this morning.
Vans. Got me a.
She spent that.
Actually, this flannel right here.
Good
Didn't
looking.
even wash it. Put it on and wore it today.
I'll be 33 this year, and I know I ain't doing shit. I'll be working on my birthday.
Me too.
Well, don't go into business because I work on fucking Christmas Day and everything else too. So,
Nah, man, I will never do that shit again. Fuck that.
yeah,
Hell with that.
I don't know. I would try to figure out the business where it just works for you. Some money's
that's the goal.
some money's going while you
Takes
sleep.
time. We can do yours like that.
When you have a business that sells products, it's one thing. But when you have a business that sells
Your hand.
service, you have to literally fill the service when you sell
Mm-hmm.
it. So like, there's a big difference in something like that. Like if I had been selling T-shirts the last 2 months, I would have sold a shit ton of fucking T-shirts.
Hey,
Sell
Jeff
some
Walker.
T-shirts
hey,
for us.
Hey, if you're Jeff Walker, man, you know, he's got fucking $10 a shirt. I sell this many, I make $1 million.
What?
Watch Jeff Walker's latest video.
He makes $1 million?
No, man, he was talking about, hey, man, like I got like merch, like $10 a shirt. If I sell X amount, like that'd be $1 million. That'd really help me out. And I'm just like, Jeff, just stop.
Really?
How many
I mean, it is how it works.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how it works. I mean, that's a lot of volume, though.
Yeah, bro, because he was
Yeah,
talking
you
about
got a
how
shit
he's
ton of
like
t-shirts.
he was talking about how his subscribers exactly. He was like, yeah, man, like if every one of my subscribers bought one of these T-shirts, I'd have made $1 million. And I'm like, Jeff, that's
accurate.
That's
If you
accurate.
net
Thank you.
$10, then yes. But if you're selling a T-shirt for $10, you're making like 75 cents. Like you ain't making fuck all on that. So
He's probably talking about a profit margin. So if the shirt's like $25, he's not making 10.
Oh, no,
If every one of our subscribers buys a T-shirt, we will make $50,000 this year.
or you just gotta start selling melon hats, and then you only have to sell 15 of them, and you got $1 million anyways.
I
Or
bought 2 of them.
or you marry into a rich family.
Hey.
So listen.
Okay, wow, we are.
Can we get into the show here?
Okay, we'll get into
Let's
the
do the
show,
intro
but
here.
here's some words for the wise out there.
Oh boy.
My dad always said,
big time.
marry for money, but love might come later.
Look, bro, if she's got money, I don't need to love her. That's all I care about.
And
Doesn't work like that for me.
And I didn't follow that blueprint. Sorry.
Did you say booper?
Blueprint.
All right, let's jump in
Good
here.
lord. What the?
Yeah, everybody skip over that first 5.
Yeah, everybody
No,
just like, you gotta hit the next button because
I
that
think
was.
it's cool.
We just gained Emily like 15,000 followers right there.
Here's the
Probably,
thing: most of our fans, all 18 of them, they like us individually. They want to see like it's not just about talking about fucking Jett Lawrence. It's about like the.
I'll be
the
honest
people
with you,
part.
I don't think a lot of people like Travis and me.
Not
Look.
a lot of people like Justin.
No, man, they don't like me.
Well, for me, it's like the
Y'all
antagonist, protagonist, right?
That's
Should we
So
make shirts of like second most hated moto commentator out there?
Fuck yeah, I'd wear the shit out of that.
so who's number one?
Cooksey.
Oh, I thought you were gonna
No.
say Mathis.
No,
No, man, Cooksey.
Cooksey.
I mean, we don't like Mathis, but. Alright, let's get into this.
I mean, I respect him.
Yeah,
How's that?
whatever.
Okay,
Sure.
I respect
there's
Mathis.
some-
I don't know about Cooksey. Yeah.
There's some things that have happened with him that I'm kind of like recently.
Blow him out!
The people. Jesus. No, I'm not gonna do that. Not gonna do that. Anyway, all right. Opening ceremonies.
Oh,
we're ripping right into it? I got
We're
it.
ripping into it. It's opening ceremonies, baby.
Let me go first because I got it because last week I fucked
Wow!
up. All right.
Fire
Coming
off.
hot, fired up.
All right, but I'm going with 250 guy. I'm going with my boy Vialle.
Mm.
I'm on a new level. ASAP Ferg.
Ooh.
I'm on a new. I'm not gonna rap that, but like I'm on a new level.
No, come on.
Vialle. No, I
Rap a
don't.
little bit of it.
No, ASAP Ferg, Future. I'm pretty sure everybody knows that song. I'm on a new level. That's what we're
Okay,
going with.
damn.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
All right.
Cool, fired off here.
Well, I'm going into opening ceremonies next weekend as Danger Boy Degan,
Oh, man. here
and
we
I'm
go.
pumping "Humble" by Kendrick Lamar.
Ooh.
Definitely not a thing. That would be funny as shit, though.
So mine is also for Danger Boy. I have Netflix with Dangerous. Heard that?
He is dangerous.
Heard that song this weekend and was like,
Not in a good way.
Netflix, they got some good stuff.
yeah, dude, you know,
That's a name I haven't heard in a
I
while.
would say every once in a while, a banger comes on from them on my Pandora there, and I'm like,
They were super big too, like for a while there.
yeah.
I
Got some
literally
good
never
ones.
heard of these people.
You'd like Netflix. They're kind of like rocky type band.
Maybe it's something
Linkin
I've heard
Park-ish.
before.
Yeah, Linkin Parkish. Yep.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Yeah, so they're pretty cool like that. So all right, there's
I got an honorary mention.
Oh, honorary.
Unless
Okay,
you
go.
unless you
No, I was really about
Oh,
to
go
say
for it.
something
Rip
about
it.
So
Rip
I'm not exactly the biggest Ken Rockin fan right now, although I like him, I respect him, I think he's great.
Telling him.
I kind of hate. I think he's
So
got a
bad.
weird tone to me right now,
Mhm.
and then when he talks, you're just kind of.
He's made a lot of money.
Well, that may be true, but like whenever he's talking, he's got like the internal hard on himself monologue going. You can hear it in the
Oh,
talks.
yeah.
I don't like that. It's a tone thing to me, but I like that he's a bad motherfucker. Right now, to me, like a real, kind of almost grungy sound fits that good, and like Deftones,
Okay.
My Own Summer, I think Drive Far Away. No, Drive.
Whatever.
Name it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Drive Far Away, whatever the hell that one is. It's got a real deep tone to it. That'd be awesome because when you're in the stadium, you get like the reverbs going, and it's like real energy thing. I love just like when you're at Redbud and like the fireworks punch you in the chest. I want to feel it, right? So that's where I'd be going with it.
Okay.
Okay, I got an honorary one.
Okay, let's hear it.
Fired up.
We're bringing Danger Boy Deegan back into the
Oh
mix.
my god.
Imagine that.
God.
And we're gonna do Van Halen. Jamie's crying.
Oh man. Okay.
Whoa, Hayden's crying.
Oh, God.
All right, that has been your opening ceremony segment. Now we'll jump right into your 450 race recap, brought to you by our friends at Gutter Works. Gutter Works gutters, always well hung, just like Cameron Sackadoo. That's a unit.
A-Kit.
Total A kit. So, all right.
Have you seen this thing?
What, his nuts hanging out?
He hasn't seen the other one.
Oh my god.
I just
dude.
want the camera to see the facial reaction because his facial reaction is going to be the same of every man.
He's gonna
I
show you a
show.
picture of his dick.
Oh.
No,
No.
every man that has looked at it goes, okay.
He's really not wrong. So.
I'm not. Yeah, you're going to be like, you're going to respect it.
Oh boy, here we go.
This is mid-moto in Detroit, by the way.
Unreal. How this happens, I don't know.
Can you respect that?
I gotta give it to him. That's one way to really lay it on the line right there.
Don't worry, you can't say anything that has not already been said, so it's fine.
All right.
Well, there are more puns coming.
All right.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Don't
Let's,
worry.
the rest of his
second
career.
word, girl.
Let's.
Speaking of which,
All right.
Oh, we'll get into that.
Not the
Let's,
first time one's been railed by the back.
Let's jump into this here. So Jett Lawrence wins 2 in a row. I said this last. Yeah. What do you want to talk about now?
Let's
I
just start
said-
off with him because he was a little upset last time when we said he might.
We delayed.
What?
We delayed the inevitable, and now we are here.
There's just something different about him.
Real good.
I
Good
will
to say,
say,
man.
last night I was much happier because the interviews were much more. Are you texting over there? Like
No, man, my hands are dry.
Can you?
I don't know what to do with my hands.
My hands are super dry, bro.
What do I do?
Yeah,
What do
true.
I do with my hands? What do I do with this?
No, man, I used lotion this morning. Hands are
Been
dry.
jerking off with no lube is what's been
No,
happening.
man, just
Spit.
whatever. All right, anyways, what?
Anyway.
Hey, no talking like that. There are people that want to listen to this
I
with
know,
their kids.
with their kids. I know.
All right, go. Come on.
Anyway,
Come
dude, I mean, we delayed the inevitable, and now inevitably
Gets
he
us
he wins this title. That's all there is to it, man.
We'll
Like,
see. Maybe.
I mean, that's a lot. That's a big bold jump right there.
Maybe.
Well,
He might have won last night, but he didn't. He doesn't just win the title. He got a long fucking way to go.
second
I mean,
place,
Coop's 10 points down.
13.
Okay, I mean, he's 13 down. Doesn't have the raw speed.
Doesn't have the raw
Doesn't
speed.
have it. It's going to be one of those chasing down late, and last night would have been those opportunities, and there wasn't.
He had
There wasn't
all
that
the
level.
opportunity to do a Cooper Webb move last night,
Oh, he
and I
tried.
really thought we were gonna see it
Oh, he fucking
because
tried.
he was
Okay.
within 2 seconds with 10 minutes to go. And then you know what? It just opened up and opened up and opened up, and every time he would run a lap and get a little closer, they'd put it on the pit board, and then Jett would get that 4 seconds again. Like, it just happened. And like, I heard Jason Thomas talk about this week. They all are telling themselves things that they want to tell themselves to try to make themselves feel better about the situation. And it was only proven last night when the heat race we're watching right now. When Webb tried to T-bone him in that 90, I mean, that's desperation right there.
Well,
that's what it
kind
is.
of.
It's
Did you
hey,
see why he
kid,
did that though? Like, I don't think
it's
it was.
desperation. That's all there is
But
to
I don't
it.
think that had anything to do with everybody thinking what it was. If you go back and look at that, I think he got pissed. Jett moved over on him.
He did.
And that's why I think
He
Coop.
got
I think everybody is under that impression that Coop. When I saw that, my immediate reaction didn't go like they said in the booth, and I completely disagree with Weege. Oh, he's trying to show him a little bit of like, hey, the old guard.
He kind of
crossed over on him, and I think it pissed Coop off, and he's like, all right, kid.
Yeah,
like whether
that's
he,
what I saw.
yeah, I didn't see. Oh, Coop is trying to show Jett. I'm like, oh, he just didn't like that Jett moved over on him. Whether it happened that way in his mind or not, he's in the heat of the moment.
Yeah.
But like, had Jett not done that, I don't think Coop tries to run it in on him in that left-hander. I think he drops it behind him and follows through. I think he got pissed.
Yeah, I think
And that's all there is to it. I'm not buying into like, oh, Coop's, because like Coop just doesn't try to tee off on people.
That's the best part about Cooper Webb, though, is that he's a saber-toothed fucking tiger, right? And
Yeah,
that's,
man,
that's
I mean-
why, like, for what you guys are saying, like, they didn't have to and this and that. Well, the whole beauty of you guys are saying Jack just won the championship.
No, I'm
Until
not
Cooper
saying-
Webb comes in and T-bones him on purpose, because he's a fucking tiger. Then he's back in the...
Look, Jett.
I mean, he T-boned Jett and Jett didn't move.
Well,
Yeah.
Try.
I mean, here's what
Well, he also had to rush that because he was too far back. Like he was either gonna, he could have, if he really wanted to hit him, he could have took them both out. But
Yeah,
like,
he obviously wasn't
here's
gonna
my
do
thing. Like, okay, yeah, like Jett moved over on that. Okay, that's fine, whatever. And yes, I agree with you. Like, Webb doesn't just go T-bone people, but at the same time, they're all desperate because the writing's on the wall here.
I don't think
And we're
that-
gonna run down every one of these guys, and I'm gonna tell you why they will not
See, I
beat
disagree.
him in this title.
I disagree with the fact that guys like Eli and Chase are telling themselves, like maybe Coop because Coop doesn't have the raw speed.
Look,
Chase and Eli in their minds know that when they're on, they can run his speed.
Chase has a mental block. Chase will never beat him.
Yeah, I disagree with that.
Chase.
That's a bold
Name
statement.
one time
I don't
Chase
care.
has fucking beat him.
I don't
Since
care.
last summer. He
Look,
hasn't.
I don't know. Here's where I'm
I
at.
don't- I
with
don't
it,
care
man.
about
Somebody made a comment in the comment section, and they were absolutely right. Jett
He
completely
beat him both motos at Charlotte, bro. What are you talking about?
Jett completely destroyed
He
him mentally
walked away
last
from him
year.
both motos at Charlotte last year.
Dude,
What?
okay.
You just
One-
asked me when
one-
did
okay,
you
one
just
race.
asked you didn't he just
One-
ask
I
me when
did,
did he
I
beat
did.
him?
One-
What the fuck?
I did.
Are you
One-
fucking kidding me?
One race.
Anyway, all right. So here's what I'm seeing in
But
my,
wait,
my
oh.
crystal ball. But wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more. Did Chase get the start on him in those Charlotte motos?
I don't remember. I don't think
Probably
it mattered. He
everybody that
still
gets a
walked
whole
away
shot
from
wins.
him.
Okay.
Literally every week somebody gets
Like,
one
I'll go back
wins.
and watch it. Because
I can go back. I can go back to the Triple Crown at A2, and Jett didn't get the start and he didn't win.
nobody is past Jett. You do realize that, right?
I'm pretty sure they passed.
Unless
I'm pretty
he
sure
crashes.
I'm pretty sure Malcolm and Jett and Anderson passed him. in the heat
Unless
race that
he
tried.
crashes,
In a main.
Or not,
over.
I
they
Arlington.
do not pass him.
Because he gets a whole shot and wins.
So
Yeah, 'cause he gets a start.
So here's where I'm at though. Is what's Tomac? 20 down now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
full race now.
third place is 20. Yep.
No,
Yeah,
Chase
it's
is third. Eli's
Sexton,
fourth.
Sexton's 20 and Tomac's 25.
Mm-hmm.
So here's where
I
I'm
think
at. with it.
23.
He's
I guess-
10 out. He threw 2 away. Essentially, 2
Mhm.
wins away. He's still
Yeah.
10 out. Okay, you're sitting here talking about, oh yeah, Tomac can run with him one day, or maybe Sexton can run with him one day. But guess what? That motherfucker's still gonna make his way up to third. He's already proved that he can make his way at least to 4th, 5th, 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
That's all he needs.
Which nobody else is really making bold statements like that.
I don't agree with the fact that all these guys. Same thing with Kenny. All these guys are telling themselves that they're scared because these guys are champions, and
They're not telling themselves that.
They're having a hard time, I think, accepting that like this is
like when McGrath
this
came
is the
in.
torch being passed, and
Yeah.
everybody just needs to accept it. I don't want to accept it. I don't want to see the kid go and dominate and have another Villapoto era, another Ricky era. That shit was boring, dude.
The rest of the
Look
year's
at the
going to be
full.
boring.
Look at the
I
whole
don't
first
agree
half
with
of the
that.
season.
in this class?
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all.
Who's our next winner?
Well, it
I don't know at
depends
this point.
because we'll get to
We're
that.
getting into a triple crown.
We'll get to that when we talk about Chase, the way he rode in that heat race.
Yep.
Same thing with like Eli, the way he rode in the heat race. Did Eli not win that heat race?
He
got
sure
the start.
did.
Okay,
They
but
both
he
look
didn't
like-
ride. He didn't ride in the main like he did in the heat race.
And Sexton's bike looked like dog shit in the main. So
But like he goes to the heat race, and I was literally sitting there going, and I didn't put
Oh,
it.
there
in
it
the
is, right there. There was the cross jump.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Out my way.
And he didn't. And it's not like Coop even ran it in that hard. He missed time coming out of the rhythm. Whatever.
He was leaned over.
So
right?
my point is that yes, Jett rode great. He's probably going to win this title now because he has a double-digit gap. But I disagree. Bless you. I disagree
Thank you.
with this whole thing about all these guys are acting like they can't beat him. Now, whether they beat him and they beat him for a title, okay, fine, that's cool. But I can point to a lot of situations where if a guy gets a start and he rides like he did, yes, Jett puts watch. Oh, they're not even going to show it. See, fucking Coop even missed time and ran out of a break from his
Yeah,
own.
he overshot it.
So
but-
yeah, I now seeing at that point, I don't. Anyways, Coop maybe, because Coop doesn't have the outright speed.
I don't like. I don't even know if Tomac has the outright speed.
So this is something that I watched
Did he not?
on the broadcast. They
Go
showed
ahead.
the segment head-to-head at Daytona. I haven't seen it for this one.
Yeah,
yet, but the
that was a
segment
big
thing
thing.
was fucking amazing to see that because they were identifying the gains that Jett made by quadding in, and then where Tomac was 6 seconds a lap faster in the rest of the track, like over the course of the main. So it was like, wow, that's really interesting to see.
I'll just ask the question, and then I'm gonna get off this because everybody already thinks I'm a Jett hater and all this kind of shit. If you
Are
look
you?
at, if
Might as
you-
well go all in.
If you look at the way Kenny rode at Glendale, and you look at the lap times, and then you look at the way Eli rode at the end of Arlington, and then you look at the way Chase rode in his heat race and so, you honestly sit there and believe that if they ride like that, they can't beat Jett?
I'm not saying he won't get.
Then that's all. That's all.
Beat
Then
again.
that's all. My point is that I don't agree with the fact of that. All of a sudden, Jett's just going to go on this win streak, and he's never going to get beat again, or he can't get beat. He's probably going to win this title. Okay, cool. That's fine. I've lived through a lot of these dominant generations. It's fine. It happens. And there's going to be someone eventually that's going to come up and be better than Jett.
Yes.
It's just the natural evolution of sport.
How it works.
But I don't like the fact that everybody's already acting like Jett's just never going to lose and he's never going to do this. Because I look at the way Chase rode in that heat race. I think Chase rides like that in the main. He can beat the way Jett rode. Yes. Same thing, Glendale. Jett was not faster than the way Kenny rode. And I believe that had Jett started with Kenny at Glendale, Kenny wins.
I
Just
wonder
like-
if Kenny started up front yesterday.
Yeah.
Is Kenny in the mix?
I mean, I don't know.
Because he was coming through the pack
I'm-
like a motherfucker.
I mean,
And the way
Yeah, but
Arlington
Jett was
ended,
out front managing.
and the way see that whole thing. Everybody likes to do that managing thing, but we've seen enough now
It
what
was right
happens
out of
when
the
Jett
horse's mouth. He
turns it
talked
up.
about He talked about it in his interview with Mathis on a post-race pod. He's like, I knew Coop's good at the end of the race. I put one in the middle just to get a cushion. Just
Here's the thing,
basically,
though.
like,
What happens when Jett has turned it up this season? What has happened to him?
I don't think we've seen him turn it up, have we?
I disagree with
No.
that completely.
I don't think we've seen him.
You
turn
don't think him coming through the pack, he wasn't turning it
it,
up?
I don't think we've seen him turn it up all the way.
Yeah, because he can't. I think he crashes as he turns it up.
Mm.
Because he's never had to. He doesn't know what it's like to go 100%.
And I don't think he will go 110% because I think he's got that VRM, son.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I don't know about that.
Jett?
He's crashed too many times. Just because you have 2 races in the bag that you haven't crashed doesn't
He was
mean you
also
have...
talking about how he broke down that crash in the whoops. He was talking about they put 13 pounds or something in the front tire, and he was used to running 11. He runs 11 and a half.
Holy shit, that's
So-
flat. That's a flat tire right there.
So,
I know people that used to
so
run
the way
Kevin
it
Johnson's
rebounded
got
in the
9.
whoops.
Wow.
Is what cost him? That's interesting. I haven't heard him
He's
talk
talking
about that.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, I usually run 11 and a half, and then we ran something different or something that night.
So since you're not necessarily saying he loses, but you're not saying that this whole thing is basically over.
No.
Do the points get any closer than what they are right now?
Yeah, I think, dude, we go to the Triple... What happens if we go to the Triple Crown and he rides like he did at A2?
What happens if we go to the Triple Crown and he fucking wins?
When's the last time he's won a Triple Crown?
Last year.
When? When did he win a Triple
He
Crown
won
last
the
year?
last one last year.
On the 250?
Yeah.
Where?
Wherever the hell it
Wherever
was.
the
That was
last
the only one.
Wherever the
that won.
last one was on the 250 because he finally put it together. He won the last Triple Crown on the
Where,
250
that's what I'm
last
at
year.
because he didn't win the first one of the year at A2. He got screwed at that one. The one that Levi won, which was Glendale. And then what was the other one? I don't remember the. I know what the Triple Crown is, but I'm having a hard time remembering what race that is.
From last year?
The one you're talking about that he won. Bring it up because I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just having a hard time remembering what race that even was.
I don't think
I
he's
don't know.
gonna.
I just think he's doing his homework a little more than those guys too. Like I seen, they had a great right in the semi, and he was doing practice starts off a grate underneath the awning of the semi,
I saw that.
like shit like that.
Would
I know what you're talking
Would it
about.
have been Glendale?
No, Kitchen won that one.
Last year?
Yeah,
No. Jett won that.
Glendale. Which one was Kitchen won? Kitchen won a race last year,
I'm
and
not
it was a
looking
Triple
up-
Crown.
I'm not looking up Kitchen right now. Kitchen won. Did Kitchen race West last year?
Yeah.
He won Anaheim something.
A2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jett won Glendale last
So you're
year.
talking about okay. So Glendale. All right.
Yeah, so Jett won Glendale.
I thought he crashed the first couple of them.
I sent a video of your waffles grips, by the way, to a group
Okay.
chat.
Yeah. Okay. And he could go and win, but what if he doesn't? Okay.
I'm
Guy
just
said he gave
saying.
him AIDS.
Get what?
Your grips gave him AIDS.
Oh, that's
rude.
unfortunate.
rude.
Yeah, no, like I said, look, it's just the inevitable is just happening here. That's all there is to it. And again, I'm not saying he won't get beat.
What's the inevitable? Because you and I don't see eye to eye on this.
that he's gonna dominate and fucking end up winning the next however many titles in a row.
Maybe.
Like
So you think he's gonna get 68 more?
Maybe.
I don't know about that.
I don't know
Maybe.
who beats him after Tomac exits. And
Like he'll lose races. There's gonna
Yeah,
be
he's
races
gonna
that
lose
things are
races.
gonna pop up. He'll crash.
When Hurlings
whatever.
comes over and rides outdoors.
He'll.
I don't know. After
Hur-
watching the GP today, it did not look good for
Dude,
our guy
even
here.
Hurling said he doesn't want anything to do
Yeah,
with
I
it.
told you about that, and then I also told you what he said at the end of the video when he's 100%.
Dude.
Whatever, man. I'm not going to get into that whole thing.
You guys think it's not gonna happen?
I do. I know that Jett can get beat. I've seen
No, I'm
guys.
talking about Hurling's coming over.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, he's going to
Yeah,
come
he's
over,
coming
and when he does, if
over.
he's
Yeah.
100%,
Yeah.
he'll beat him.
I don't know.
Bro, he's coming back after being off for how long and almost being fucking paralyzed. Like, he's not the same guy.
Yeah,
He
I
starts off and he
And
builds
that's
his.
why I don't think he's.
And what did you watch the GPs last
Same
year? What
thing.
happened when he got it? When he got back to 100%, he won everything, and then he got hurt
He
again.
weeded it. So.
No, he didn't fucking. That wasn't like a normal Hurlings crash.
So you think he beats him like a moto?
No, I
He's
think
not
he
good
could,
with that.
I think he could beat him for a
Well,
championship.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
No way.
whatever.
Nope, not a
I
chance.
don't. My thing is just like
Here's the thing.
it's getting a little scary looking forward because once Tomac exits, Roxon's on the tail end of his career.
This isn't
And
peak.
who's-
This isn't peak
Who's
Jet.
there?
This is
Nah.
not peak Jet on
I
a
think
450.
I think he's close.
Anderson's on his way out.
Anderson's going.
He's a rookie.
He's not a rookie
and he's
anymore. Stop doing
20.
that. Stop doing
Does
that.
Prado
Is he
run with him
21?
outdoor?
Yeah, I think Prado could.
I would
Because
love-
Prado gets starts all the
But
time.
I don't think Prado runs with him indoors.
I don't think.
No,
I don't
what-
think. I don't think Prado runs with him outdoors the first year either. I
No,
think that's
because
gonna
we've
be
seen it-
different.
we've
for
seen
him.
Saying,
it-
like down the road,
No, no,
man,
no.
like,
We've
who is
seen,
there?
Yeah.
we've seen it takes guys time to adapt to American culture. Give Prado a year over here, yeah, because you want to know the difference between Prado and everybody else in the world. He's just as good at starts as Jett is, and Prado likes to sprint away. So here's the thing: he would make Jett have to go into the red to catch him, and maybe Jett catches him. But Jett's just not going to be able to lounge around in fucking 7th or 8th while Prado's out with a 20-second gap on lap 5.
I mean, here's the thing. I've heard every GP guy from you is going to come over here and just lay wood to our guys, and the only one who's done it was Hurlings in
Once.
Ironman in 2000 and whatever it was.
End of the season.
Yeah, at the end
of the
year.
Fuck off. What are you
Oh,
talking?
boy.
What are you talking about, guys? GP? How many GP
Every
champions?
GP guy is going
Is-
to come over
Tyrone.
here and just lay wood to our
Do you wanna
guys
name all the
every
GP
time.
guys that
Is
have been
this not
champions?
true?
You want to name all the GP guys that have become champions when they come over
Is
here?
this not true?
Like you're talking, there's a lot of factors here, but the way you're talking is that a GP guy is going to come here and win right away. And what Justin is about to combat you with is that the guys that come here adapted and then won. And then
yeah.
you guys are going to fight in a circle and go nowhere, and then we're going to be fucked for 10 minutes. That's what's going to happen.
He's
Yeah, because
actually
I'm-
100% right.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to lay facts. Every GP guy that has been
After
champion-
they've adapted,
Yeah.
and then he's going to lay facts about somebody that's come here and won right off the bat. And nobody's come here and won right off the bat. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm not saying.
Yeah, you're pretty much right.
Yeah,
you
I'm
just
not-
saved us 10
Okay.
minutes.
Yeah, I'm not like, oh, he's going to come in and win right.
Good thing I'm here. Fuck.
Porcel, Frenchie.
Purcell won right away.
Porcel one
Jump
right
Bill.
away. JMB, fucking Roncada, Villeman, Mikel
Roncada didn't
Pichon,
win shit.
Mikel Pichon, Sebastian Tortelli, Grant Langston,
What do we got?
Tyler
What do we
Rattray,
got?
Ben Townley,
What do we-
Guys all did-
What do we got in the
title
last 10 years?
What?
Let's go with the last 10 years.
Dylan, Marv, Kenny.
Okay.
I just named
Not
fucking
not
3.
first year right off.
I'm
the
not
bat.
saying first year.
Okay.
No, it
Yeah,
took
that's where
Dylan-
he was trying
It
to
took
go.
Dylan.
With.
That
It
was
took
the-
Dylan a lot.
That's
of
where
years.
he was trying to go with it, and that's where you guys always are trying to fucking double knot and tie your shoes.
That's where I get like, okay, even if what's his
I mean,
name?
I'm pretty sure I just named 3 of the guys that have dominated.
Even
Still rolling.
even
Yeah.
even when Prado comes over, I give him at least 2 or 3 years outdoors before he fully adapts and is like, okay,
I
cool.
am 2.
And that is
2?
if
I am
that
2.
is if he stays
One of
healthy
the
through
tracks.
Supercross.
He doesn't get hurt.
which is doubtful.
He doesn't get hurt. He's literally never gotten hurt in his
He
entire
hasn't
career.
run a whole
He
season
hasn't done a whole
Supercross.
season
Yeah.
Super.
He also
You
is
kinda-
not going to push over his limit and hit the deck.
You kind of need one season to get a feel of all the tracks, because until you go,
Yeah,
on,
for sure.
Like, even
Jet's
just
not pushing
qualify
over his
through-
limit either. He's still crashing. So
Because Jett fucking rides
and
a
Jet's
lot
been
on
riding
muscle memory.
Supercross for.
I
6
know
years now.
who's going to dethrone Jett. Just to let you guys know, in 2026, 38. Fucking, he's going to come
No.
in.
Oh no way.
Anyways, all right, let's get over it because I'm over this.
Uh,
I
one-
thought he was gonna
hold
say
on.
somebody outrageous.
Hold on. Yeah, no, it was actually one last.
David Pulley.
One last thing with Jett here. How about that incident with him and Ando in that practice start, and then Ando throwing his hands up because he ran into the back of him? Like
Yeah,
there was
I
a lot of
thought-
that going on
yeah,
last
I thought
night.
maybe there was an Ando like, hey, my bad, or was it like Hey, why'd you hit the brakes? I don't know.
I think I was a pissy hands, and I'm like, bro, you ran in. Like, you can watch. Jett was just in the straight line, and then you're like turning right, and then run right into his ass. He was just in his ass.
He was in his ass. Like, and but yeah, Jett was like doing those triples like late in the main with the ruts and stuff. Like that was like.
Where was the quad he said he tried to do? Did anybody? Because he said that in the podium interview. They sneakily tried to do like a quad somewhere over here. Came up way short. I don't know where it was.
I saw him come up short on a few things, man.
Okay, well that's some dumb shit that might take him out. But
well, we've seen that already this year too.
Anyway,
which could happen.
That's the biggest thing. Is
I don't know, man. He got out front and just did what he does.
Yep, managed. Anyway, okay. Second place, Cooper Webb there. Cooper Webb avoided everything,
even a monster chick.
But the Alabama State Police. Did you see
I
that?
seen that he got pulled over too.
That's awesome.
He definitely, like, kudos to him for getting around that monster chick too.
Holy
yeah,
shit!
Right. What a situation.
Holy
Can
shit!
you imagine if he would have hit her and Jett's out fucking 20 points?
Dude.
From a monster chick?
From a monster chick.
Can you imagine?
The monster chick helped with the Red Bull guy pull a 20-point lead.
Like, what?
That would be WWE level entertainment right there.
Will,
like, you got to be rigged at that
We
point.
will talk more about the monster chick.
We can talk about it right now because it has to do with Webb, so we might as well cover it here.
I mean, can you imagine if he knocked her over and she was just out there like another braking bump? And you guys are just running over?
Unbelievable. Who the fuck told her, who the frick told her that it was okay to go across the track like that?
I don't think
you're
anybody
already
did.
on the track.
Well, and she said, did you see the Dirt Shark video?
Oh, I think I lost a brain cell.
Where she said, well, I'd done it twice already that night. What? You don't get to cross a hot track? It's unbelievable.
She was like carrying like 3 boards.
She had all the boards. You want to know why? Because it was the end of the night. If I pack these up, I can go home.
I don't understand where this crossing track thing is, because where she got hit was in the first corner where she stands at. So she was still standing there holding the boards. She was just, oh yeah, I gotta get off the track.
No, so what they do is the boards are kept under the manager's tower there.
Yeah.
Okay, so she had the electronic one because it was the main. She put that down. She went over to the manager's tower, and again, you didn't see this on TV, but I know how these chicks work. So she went over to the manager's tower, grabbed the static 30-second board that they use during the heats and stuff, and then that's why she had both of them, because she was carrying them.
She was taking them back to the truck or whatever.
To put them away was what was going to happen. And then, 450s are just so much faster than everybody else, so all of a sudden there were just bikes there.
Like, I didn't hear them, I didn't see them. Like
nothing, because you can't hear that in a stadium.
The race director said left, and I thought he meant the other left. And
It's unbelievable. That was just.
I was like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, no way, no way.
Craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. Have you guys ever seen this?
No.
In all your years?
I've been waiting for it though.
I've
been waiting for it. Like, this season is delivering as far as like
every week.
McAdoo's unit, the monster chick, like all the puns with the monster chick have been.
I haven't heard these.
All I seen was just a huge lawsuit had she got clipped. I was just seeing a huge fucking lawsuit.
I mean, I'm sure she signed a waiver.
Yes.
A lawsuit by what, though?
Somebody would have figured out for her to sue somebody.
I don't know. Either way, I've seen some
Trust
comments.
me, it would have happened.
Seen some comments. Somebody posted the video and was like, not the first time a monster chick has gotten railed by a whole line of 450 riders.
That's awesome.
I mean,
That
there was
one very popular one was with us one time. I wasn't involved in that part of it. She was with Dan. Well, I guess I'll blow this part out, but Dan Reardon was pitted next to us. He's an Aussie with a hell of an accent. So,
hell of a ride.
a very famous Miss Supercross was around.
Oh, Diana Dahlgren? That sucks.
Yeah, don't say that to her husband. He'll kill you.
Well, that girl sucks.
Who?
Diana Dahlgren.
You don't like her?
Sucks.
Why do you not like her?
Dude, some of the dumb shit she says on social media, like,
There is
I'm
that.
just not a fan.
Well, at least.
And she thinks she thinks her shit don't stink. And it probably stinks really bad.
Jesus God. Alright, anyway, anybody got anything to say about Webb? He's the only contender left.
How about 2 clowns, same
He's
outfit?
so good. Give Cooper Webb a start. Let's see what happens. Because 18 gets the start and he wins, but 18 doesn't get the start and somebody else wins.
Are we talking 18's in second or 18 is buried?
Let's see.
Because if 18 is in second, 18 passes him.
Like, this weekend will be
100%.
interesting. Who decided to have a triple crown to Indy? That just sounds like a death note for a lot of guys.
It is.
But
I love the dirt there.
I don't know. Are you being serious?
Yeah. I love Ruts. I'm a Ruts guy.
I think a lot of dudes are gonna hit the deck.
It's gonna be
it's
the
gonna be
ruddiest,
bad.
shittiest.
Kenny's probably gonna.
That's what I like though.
Kenny's probably gonna win.
The last 2 weeks of the Ruts were amazing. That's why I liked it.
It's okay. You're gonna have the weekend after too in Seattle because it's gonna be a mutter.
No, like an actual motor. Oh, I'm real. Anyway, yeah, Webb avoids the monster chick, tries to put in the late charge, can't do it. Just there. He's the only guy that's in contention still. He's still in contention, which is dangerous.
He's the only guy in contention.
Dude, Sexton's 20 points out. And that bike's still a piece of shit. He's about to tuck that front, son! A bunch of more times. No. That front end's pushing all over the place since they put those KYB in turbos. Bad that they had to put another manufacturer's inserts in.
And then as soon as they did, it went right back to doing what his Japanese bikes were doing before, which is pushing the front, because now he's pushed the front last week, and he pushed it twice
He
this
was
week.
pushing it like in the chatter. You can
Yeah.
see
But he looked great in the heat race in the main. I think a lot of it had to do
when
with
the track went away, when
Jay
they counted.
Yeah.
Well, I think he was compensating a lot too with what was going on. It was fucking hand.
Here's the thing. Him and Tomac both look great in the heat race. Then you put them in the main, and they didn't do shit.
Something's
Well, they
going
also
on.
didn't get a start either, and
Right.
Eli
Both
reverted
of
to
them.
a lot of 2019 Eli.
Yeah,
in
and
that main.
Eli also got caught by Anderson, got passed by Roxon.
Still
I'm
has
saying, he did a lot-
Still
he
has a
did-
mental block with Barsha.
He did a lot of 2019. Like, Eli had this habit, and I used to give him shit, and I'd get on Wyman's case about this all the time. My one critique of Eli is he had a bad habit back in the day of when he'd be coming through the pack, and if he couldn't make something happen quick, he'd get drawn into that guy's pace, and then he would just stall out, because mentally, he would get flustered that he couldn't pass them.
Which is exactly what
What
happened,
happened
with Barsha last night.
But you look at the way he rode in the heat race, and I'm like, oh, okay, that was...
What place did he get? We'll get to him.
Yeah, we'll get to him here. Roxon was third. Roxon doesn't seem happy they got third.
He was
No, he
moving.
shouldn't be.
But
He was on the
yeah.
move.
He shouldn't be.
So
Yeah.
he's still a guy that I say can rattle off a win here and there. the rest of the
Kenny,
year.
I still believe gets a start. I don't care who's in second. I think Kenny wins. Because what Kenny did in Glendale, I think the way he rode outside of the way Jett rode at Daytona was the fastest I've seen anybody go this year in the 450 Supercross.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
94 and Malcolm Stewart both in the pack are unbelievable right now.
Malcolm's just
I don't know.
continuing to
I think
bulldog
Anderson was
around
pretty good in
him.
the pack last night, but
True.
So, Sexton's fourth. What do we think?
Honestly,
I don't know.
I'm
think-
telling you, he's got a mental block with Jett. Yes, he won there, and I'm gonna go back, but I'm pretty sure he got the start. Which, okay, fine. When he gets the start and he's ahead of him, that's fine.
I don't like the pulling over thing that he's been doing.
But can he pass him? No, I don't think so, man.
I think that what happened in that main, J. Coop did what J. Coop, we'll get to him. J. Coop will rode the way J. Coop does. Track broke down, got a little sketch to get out of the main line. I think Chase, because of not only the chassis issues, but his hand is getting better, but he still is not 100%.
You still see
You started
the
watching him. He started making mistakes. He started facing shit. He started cross-rutting, bouncing around, exacerbated the way that front end. And I honestly think by the halfway into that main, I think his hand fucking went numb. Because you looked at a lot of
Could
the
be.
way that bike was bouncing around because he was mistiming shit, couldn't get over stuff. I think his hand, honestly, I think you can accredit a lot of to J. Coop, the way J. Coop rode. All the credit in the world to him. But what I saw in the heat race, I was like, okay, that is the Chase Sexton that I saw last year when he was winning the heat races on the Honda, and then you get to the main, and I'm like, oh my god.
That's a real problem you have with these guys. Is like, yeah, in the heat race, dude, a lot
But
of them
Jett had
look
nothing to do with the way
great.
Chase rode last
I'm just
night.
saying, a lot of them have looked great in the heats, and then you put them in the main, and here we are.
Just like Jett though, get a start. Those guys
Get a
get that is the big difference is getting a start. Because all these dudes, they get a start, they all can win.
I wish I had time to really go back and look at it, because it would be interesting to look at starting versus finishing position for these guys over the course of the year here, and really see like Jett compared to everybody else.
Those graphs that they do, like verbal
Yeah.
does.
Yeah, I mean, usually, I don't know.
Well, Jett's only really had one race.
Jett's the only one that's made it the furthest up.
He's only really,
That's what I'm getting at.
but he's only had one weekend though he's really had to come through the pack. The rest of the year he hasn't really had to come through the pack.
Right, which is
Yeah.
why you put so much emphasis on getting a good start.
Yeah.
I think Jett's winning because Kevin Moranz isn't out there taking the whole shots.
Oh god.
Look, Jett, and it's part of it. He puts himself in good positions and stuff.
Yeah.
But a lot of these races, like he's out front. Like
Yeah.
he doesn't have to worry about getting in the trash.
Justin Cooper, 5th, and you sent it in the group chat last night, exactly what we talked about. Get a start, learn to run that pace up front, and that's what he did. Ran, what was it, 3rd for 10 plus
He
minutes?
didn't really look out of control or anything. either.
No.
I don't know if you call Jett a rookie this year because he's kind of sort of a rookie, but if outside of the 18, Justin Cooper's a rookie of the year for sure.
J. Coop,
100%.
J. Coop did what J. Coop does. He doesn't get too high, doesn't get too low. He's never going to go into the red. And we always give him shit about his 250 days where his race IQ was terrible when he'd have to come through the pack. When he can just focus on moving forward and literally just putting in laps and connecting the track the way he wants to instead of having to latch onto someone, That's what you get.
Yeah.
And
I went back and forth with Sexton twice, I think.
And he was
Sexton passed him
making-
and passed him back.
100%.
he was making it tough for Kenny there for a while too.
Mhm.
I firmly think that he continues to stay healthy through Supercross, and they get a good setting going to outdoors. Jay Coop is going to give a lot of people issues outdoors.
Yeah.
He's going to be one of those guys that you're going to look up, and if he gets third in the points, you're like, didn't see that shit coming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could see it coming, actually.
I don't think he's going to win, obviously, but
I think he would have squeaked that title out that year against Jett, actually, if he didn't break his thumb.
he was faster than Jett.
Does the 32 ever win a 450 Supercross?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can see it.
for sure. He's
Yeah.
going to.
Next
know.
year?
Next year.
Maybe.
I don't even know, but sometime in his career here, he'll
It
get a
just
start.
Depends on
I
where
mean-
the chips are going to fall and who's leaving.
He's not easy to pass.
Yep.
He could win one of them.
He could win one of them.
Cooper Webb is historically really good at Indy, right?
I don't know about that.
He's on it.
I
Ken
mean,
Roxon's
Kenny won it
pretty,
last year.
Ken
Our stats
Roxon
guy's on
won.
it.
Ken Roxon won all three of the races when they did the COVID cross too.
Kenny won last year. I mean, I definitely think one more lap Barsha would have won that race, but still.
Yeah, I mean Barsha. Yeah. Kenny won that year, and then he won COVID cross. He won three rounds in a row too. Swept it.
Dominated that year.
He's okay. He's top 5 dude.
Webb.
I would love to see Jay Coop get a win this weekend. I think it'd be awesome.
You know, it's something that has really kind of been slightly bugging me about Eli Tomac and the way people talk about him is that they talk about, oh, he hasn't won anything. Well, he won a fucking main at one of the Triple Crowns, but because it wasn't the main, nobody gives him credit for it. It's like, well, hang on a second. He got some fucking flames going as he was going over the finish line, so he's done something.
I really
Good
don't. I really don't. And I feel weird, man, why I feel like I'm the Eli guy all of a sudden. Because I've never been
You're
the
the
Eli
Eli guy
I've
now.
never been the Eli guy. Well, he's one of the greats, so fucking respect him.
Sure is.
I don't like the fact of this narrative that's going around Eli, dude. He is getting so much shit. They're like, oh, he's washed up. He's never going to do this.
I mean, this is his longest winless streak in years.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what
Years
happens when
and
you
years.
go through a
I
major
mean, you
injury.
take Jett out of this thing though, and look at Daytona last week, and it was like, damn, these dudes are moving.
Well, that's what they said is like if you remove Jett, the race last week's really good.
Yeah. Who are we talking about right now, by the way?
We are
Jay
on
Coop.
to Jason Anderson in 6th, which
He came from a long way back. And the other thing that I thought was interesting, and I saw he was riding at Club, and he's historically been a shitty East Coast guy. Like he's
Mhm.
good in the dry. That's where he grew up. He knows what he's doing.
Desert.
They said he had bought a house, or he's renting, or he's living in South Carolina right now, riding that shit every day,
Mhm.
which is
interesting because he bought a place in New Mexico and has a whole facility basically built out there. So it's interesting.
he also has a house right on Huntington Beach.
Well,
that
yeah.
overlooks the ocean.
This is
Yeah.
really weird for a moto dude to have a...
Is it?
He's flashy, dude.
Well,
Yeah, I
Josh
know.
Hansen
It's
has
just
the same
weird,
one.
though.
He's not flashy.
I mean, he also had a house right in the prime real estate in LA that he made a shitload of money on.
Yeah.
Too. He's no
But then he
dummy.
drives a Prius.
He's
so.
no dummy with his money.
No.
So, but I mean, no dummy. Period. I guess he knows he sucks in the soft stuff. So what's he do? He
Mm-hmm. Goes to the club.
packs his shit. Doesn't even pack his own shit. Packs up the wife, the kid. Got other baggage with him.
Mm-hmm.
Makes that commitment. So, and it showed last night, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
He was a ways
good ride.
back.
Yeah.
I was looking at the grid and I'm like, 10th, like here we go, another Jason Anderson, like give up halfway through the year kind of thing.
Mm.
And I don't know, past Dr. E, past Barsha, past a bunch of them.
Yeah. And Dr. E got 7th, and that was a weird 7th for him.
It's 2019 all over again, man.
It was. I got a shit start. I kind of moved forward, and then I just got passed by dude. Or I moved forward till I got to Barsha, and then I stalled out, and that was it.
Which is crazy because you look at him all through time qualifying, you look at that heat race, and you're like, oh, okay.
We're talking about number 3.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a little bit of Arlington, but then, like I said, he pulled a 2019 Eli. He just fucking stalled out.
There is something.
I don't know, man.
There's
Weird.
something going on there, whether it's with the bike or him physically.
I think it's
that we don't
physically
know.
because, like, I mean, you just don't come back and run that intensity at that age with that much time off.
But the thing is man, he, like he said too, he's so good in, like, the heats.
Yeah,
He's
I'm
won a
fucking good in the
couple.
first moto too, and I
Yeah.
suck in the second moto.
So, I don't know, man. Maybe it's a bike setup thing, and it's not allowing him. It's causing him to grip harder, which is causing him to pump up, which is causing him not to ride as good in the main. Because
I don't know what it is. I think it's just time off, dude.
But I do think, and you brought this up in the group chat last night,
I was bringing up a lot of good shit. It sounds like.
I do think that it's getting to that point, man. 3 kids, 20 million in the bank, house, wife, brain's in a different spot. I brought this up last week. I'll bring it up again this week. It's just not there.
3 kids?
Yeah.
I didn't know he has 3.
I mean, this track right here was a perfect shitball track that Eli Tomac would absolutely destroy.
There's Michigan's on, pissing away on Maine.
I mean, Tomac should have been running laps a second or 2 faster than everybody else last night on this track.
Usually he's a beast on this kind of shit.
That is exactly it. And he couldn't do nothing last night.
I didn't think he was good. It's just everybody else also is fucking amazing right now.
No.
That's what I'm saying is time off, and these guys didn't have time off.
Here's a problem with all those statements. He just got second last week, and then the week before, Beast Mode showed up.
I know. And
So
he's
it's
still,
like
and
those-
he's still in 4th in the
It's still
points.
weird.
But,
So it's like those comments, like, dude, I just see a lot of 2019 Eli.
But it's
Except
like when
he just came off an Achilles.
But
That's
what
the
did he
difference.
do last year? He
Yeah.
won however many races. He was winning the title. He should have won the title
Mhm.
Nobody can
until
beat him.
that freak accident.
Mhm.
And then to come back, and now we've got this. And I understand that there's a lag here because of being hurt. But at what point are we done with the lag of being off the bike? And it's just, this is the new norm for him.
Oh, I mean, like, he even said it in the press conference. He was like, yeah, like, I didn't commit to it. Like, I was overthinking it. I was so focused on that quad that it took my focus away from everything else.
And this is,
that's
and
what
this
it
is where I get into the 3 kids at home, 20 million in the bank, and you don't pull that quad.
Yeah.
Where Jett has, all the money in the
20
bank
million
and
in the
everything,
bank.
but he doesn't have
No
he doesn't
kids.
have
That
a
he
wife
knows
and
of.
kids,
I'll be
so
honest
he's
with you, man, I
just
still don't think that he's making that much money.
Yeah.
why?
Look at all the.
We're not
merch.
going to get into that. It'd be too long.
He probably grosses that. He probably doesn't not that much yet.
I don't
Probably
even
spending
think he
shit
grosses that.
Why do you think he doesn't make that much money?
Because we're not talking about that. I have my beliefs. I don't think he makes that much money.
I don't know.
Well, let's talk about it.
No.
Go for it. No, this is interesting.
Save
People
it.
like this kind of
Why I
stuff.
don't?
Save
Because-
it for halftime.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
make
it's
a
too
note.
much. I just don't think he does.
Hold on, let me make a note here. I'll cross off the MXGP because Justin didn't watch it.
The halftime
No,
talk
I'm
is
just
interesting
waiting to watch
because
it tonight.
also on the broadcast they're talking about intermission now.
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously I'm a hockey guy. Actually, nobody even mentioned this yet, but the reason I'm wearing a suit is because I had an away game in Muskegon, an hour and a half from here, so that's why I stopped by on the way home to join the show today. But in hockey, you have intermissions, right? When you're at a fucking hockey game, when it's intermission time, you go take a leak, buy a hot dog, all the other crap you want to do. Well, in Supercross, you don't really have that. At least you didn't. Maybe now you do.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Like in between LCQs is usually my intermission. I
Yeah.
guess you could say.
All right.
Nobody's like coined the term intermission.
Yeah. Let's keep moving on here. So AP gets 8th. Anybody got anything? Nothing. Okay, great.
Still my breakout rider of the year.
Yeah.
I still think he's probably laboring a little bit from last week's crash.
Yeah, maybe.
Varsha 9 held up Tomac. I think he got the KYB inserts. You think so? I think so. They were saying another Austrian rider was going to get him. I think as much as he's been bitching and throwing that bike under the bus, he got something. He looked a little more expensive to fire out the things. Oh, yeah? Who do you text him? He's going, Stu, 10th. I don't think he got the KYB inserts. No.
Well, good for,
but you're saying they don't care about
give a shit about results, so it doesn't matter.
Christian Craig was like, "Yep, injury clause. I'm getting another surgery. Keep paying me."
That's
Interesting.
super interesting.
Okay, so while we're on the injury clause we're talking about, I wasn't on the show last week when the whole Forkner thing unfolded. So when you're Austin Forkner, 2 weeks ago I guess it is now, and you have a clause in your contract that you have to be offered a 450 ride or at least a tryout or whatever that is, if he decides in his head that he's not done, where does it go from here for Austin Forkner?
I think he just needs to reset, like Justin says.
Needs to change teams.
Needs to change
You gotta
teams.
change.
He
you
needs
gotta
to
change it
get.
up.
He needs to just say fuck that clause, and he just needs to rebuild himself and restart somewhere else.
And I think Rhino's
Love
going to tell
him
him
X.
that. And I think Rhino's going to tell him that. I honestly,
Love him X.
honestly, I don't think he takes that ride with Cowie, and I think that you see him on
Club MX.
an interesting 450 program.
Club MX.
Yeah, I don't think that either.
Well, I heard Cody Schock's got an opening. I think he's a filling.
Fuck, we'll get to that. I'm so pissed.
Anyway, okay, so Stu 10th, Shane 11th. You know, it's really funny. I was listening to an interview with Shane, and it's really funny how we went from, man, you know, got 4th place. I'm ready to be up there. So now it's like, I'm just trying not to get lapped. And it's like,
what he's
dude,
saying?
yeah. And I'm like, man, you are a great rider, dude. And I have 0 issues with you.
It's crazy how it changed.
Everything, but like that comment you made after getting 4th in the mud about being ready to be up there. Like, bro, no. Like, we just gotta be a little more realistic. We gotta be a little more realistic. So,
confidence sport.
now what you said now of like, hey, I'm just trying not to get lapped every week. Great. I like that idea.
It does make you wonder if he's healthy, like what he can do outdoors at least.
I don't know. I always
Probably
pegged
about
him-
the same, to be
I've
honest
always
with
pegged
you.
him to be more of a supercross guy than an outdoor guy.
Yeah, but he's gotten 2nd and 3rd in the points quite a few times in the 250s outdoors. I mean, I definitely agree. Like, he didn't battle for a title outdoors where he did in Supercross.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he won an overall or 2. But
So, like, I mean, I don't know. Like, I just wonder, like, dude, he's still killing it. Like, Shane's having a good, just end of his career 450s rides.
yeah, as long as he's got a good financial advisor, he's fine.
Your mic's been muted this whole fucking time.
Are you shitting me?
Nope.
Brutal.
So nobody heard a fucking word I said.
Well, I mean, you're yelling, right?
It's maybe I have to pull it off the cameras. Who knows? I muted it because you were fucking sitting there working on it when we started the show.
Oh my
This
god.
fucking
I
guy,
know, dude. I fucking know.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Are we gonna restart?
Fine. No. Yeah, let's restart. We're an hour into this. Let's restart the whole thing.
Dude.
This reminds me of our first show.
Happy birthday, Cole.
Hey,
I put
it's fine. I'll line it up. We'll just pull the audio off the cameras to start the show
We're good.
for
We're
the
good.
first hour,
We're
and
good.
then
We're good.
I'll do it. It's fine.
Overlap.
No big deal. It's no big deal.
I hope you can work your magic.
Dude, you know
Or
what?
you
Because
not
I was
ready to
gonna
blow
tell
up.
that whole story about my birthday and it should be dead silent.
All right, everybody will be
And I'm
like,
gonna-
"Why does the audio suck for the first
Yeah, and I'm
hour?"
gonna talk shit about your grips. Nobody's gonna hear it.
It's fine. It's fine.
Good
So,
lord.
anyway,
Fucking you,
hey,
Roman.
maybe next time, just get your mic situated before the show starts.
Hey, how do you like your grips, Cole? Are you a half waffle guy?
Oh my god.
God, here we go. We're
We're
going back
going
to
through this
that.
whole
Save it
thing.
for now.
Can we just get through the 450s
Oh
here?
my god, we already went through this last week. Shit.
AC 12.
AC's just been, he's just hey,
doing
you're talking
him?
about delaying the inevitable with Jett. He's delaying the
Yeah,
inevitable that
well,
he's retired after
retirement,
this
yeah.
year.
I almost feel bad about it, honestly.
I don't, man. I'm just glad he's out there. He's healthy. He's riding. We get to see him. Because here's the thing: the difference with right now compared to the last couple of years is we know what's going to happen at the end of this year. Finally,
You
Yeah.
did say kind of the quiet part out loud on Paul. Did you listen to it?
No. Where he was kind of talking about how
During his growth spurt and how his
Oh,
training and
yes.
stuff was mismanaged.
Yes.
yeah, because he was a freaking twig.
He kind of threw Alden under the bus
Yeah,
there,
he should.
which was interesting.
Kind of ruined his career, in my opinion.
I think I agree. Especially that dude, that shoulder injury or collarbone or what it was back in Toronto.
Well,
Yeah.
then he was just grinding his ass off, starting
was-
his growth, not eating properly.
Well-
He said that shit.
Uh-huh.
And here-
That's all
and-
Coach Rob's stuff right there.
Well, that was because what's his nuts was on there, Randy Lawrence, and talking about his
Randy.
kid going through growth spurt, and like, man, he just needs to take a nap.
Well, and here's the
Eat
other
a
thing.
sandwich and take a nap.
And here's the other
yep.
thing too that's really, I mean, you can look back in retrospect, but really concerning about that whole thing. So at that time, obviously, it was AC, RV, and Jake. Tyler had not gotten to that program yet. Tyler Rattray for anybody.
Jake Weimer.
Yeah, it was Weimer, RV, and AC. And obviously, RV was on top of the world. He was better than everybody in the world at that time. Jake was a solid 450 guy, and AC was like the next big thing. The problem with everything you're saying that makes this even worse now, if people really want to dig into it, there's video of them training, and Alden just fucking making fun of AC the whole entire time for being a pipsqueak. Just talking about, oh yeah, he's like, yeah, you're just thin like this, whatever. You got to put some meat on that. Like he's just scolding him for how small he is, and it's like,
Let him have a
oh, I don't
steak,
know,
dude.
he's 16 years old, maybe like 100 pounds, just came off a super mini,
Mhm.
and Alden just going to town, and it's like, and Coach Rob probably has already heard all this shit before, he knows about it, and it doesn't make it better that RV and Jake are in the background, like, it's like, dude, what?
If you're a
like,
pipsqueak, let the man have a steak.
I'm like, dude, this kid literally just wrecked his fucking shoulder, and y'all are making fun of him in the weight room. Like, he's 16. RV, you were fat when you were that age. What are you talking about?
Cole, when was your last growth spurt?
10 years
You
ago.
were little until like
I don't
16.
know. My belly had fucking been growing. So. Yeah, I don't really know. I mean, I didn't really keep track of it. I don't know.
And you and Tristan Wathen were hanging out.
I don't. Yeah, whenever.
Wow, I haven't heard that name in a long time.
Yeah. Let's not get into that.
I haven't seen him in forever, but he was a great kid back then.
Trying to think. I don't know. Probably when I was riding. I was pretty small when I first got on a 250F, so that was probably. I mean, I rode a 450. I was like 130 pounds.
So you got on 250.
So it was probably 2011-ish. I rode a 250 for the first year with a lowering link on it.
Yeah, you were little when you got on big bikes. You were little, I remember.
I was pretty little. I don't know. I didn't grow, I guess, a shit ton, but
I was a late growth guy myself. So you see guys that are growing, like an AC is this example, but not just those guys, like the up and coming guys now. And it's like, well, you got to kind of time it with.
Well, a perfect guy to look at right now, and it's going to be interesting to see is how that growth spurt that Drew Adams just had.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So that'll be
Can we
interesting.
just make him not awkward on the fucking podium anymore?
Well, he's 15.
Come on, Dan Truman, let's
It
go.
reminds me a lot of Marchbanks when he was, because I remember Marchbanks went through the same thing, because we used to race him a lot on Super Minis. Like, he was giant, then he got on a 250F, and he was ginormous. He was like,
Yeah,
oh, shit.
yeah. So I don't know. But that's just, I guess the growth spurt thing didn't really bother me. I'm not an elite athlete.
Pretty damn close.
Yeah,
I
I
bet
don't know about all
that.
that.
So fans at home, I bet you if. No, let's give him a
Are you
month
going
to
to
get in
you
shape.
start blushing?
I bet you
I don't know where he's
Oh,
going.
they can hear you
I
now.
bet if you gave Cole a month to get in okay shape, that he could go out there and burn a qualifying lap damn near into the night show. Guarantee it right
I mean, Coach Rob thought he had his
Not
gun
on a
on.
Supercross track.
Gun to
I
my
have no
head.
desire to get anywhere near a Supercross track.
Oh, dude, Matt Lyman is gonna.
Pussy.
He's gonna get on this video and he's just gonna.
What's he gonna say?
I don't know, man. Like, I should tell the whole group. We're like, you know what? I'm gonna tell everybody. I'm gonna tell Matt, Tommy D. Like Tom said, the Cole could burn a lap.
Yeah, and if Matt says that, I'll say, hey, look at this picture from BCMC
Oh,
when you were in the A class and I was in the B and you had nothing for me.
You were
Alright.
fast there, I remember.
All right, let's rip through the rest of these.
Well, hey, look,
Oh,
hang
go
on,
ahead.
guess what?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'll get in shape, tell Coach Rob to step up with a free 30-day program.
This
Why don't you text
This?
him?
Yeah, I was talking to him
Like, do
yesterday.
you want his number?
So
I'll
we need to
give
have
it
him on
you.
there. So this, I think, would be cool. We're going off topic here. But
Johnny.
I think it would be cool to do his program and then have him on the show once a month to do like an accountability check-in.
Okay.
So he can rip me a new ass, or he can tell
Are
me
you
I'm
going to
good.
come in the summer then? Because
You know, if he steps up and does the
Once a month?
program, then you know
Dude's
what,
got
we'll
a-
figure
this
something
dude's
out.
got a nice cushy job at Cowie now, and now he's asking for a free program.
I know, what is this all about?
unbelievable.
What is
Motherfucker's
this?
29 years old, let's go.
What
I
is
make
this?
$20 an hour.
What is this?
I make
What is
20 bucks an
this?
hour.
What
20
is
bucks
this?
an hour.
What
That's
is this?
$20 more an hour than me and Tom make.
I don't even want to
Am I
hear that
right?
right now.
Am I right?
I don't want to hear about it right now. Shit.
21, including overtime.
That was
Including overtime.
that was super depressing. What you guys just did there.
Well, we're business owners, so in this phase of business, you don't pay yourself very much.
Look, man, I know all about that shit.
Negative money over
Hey,
there.
hey, I was around owning a business before both y'all were. I know all about it.
Negative money over there.
Kinda. It's
What
not
do you
exactly
mean,
the same.
kinda?
Well, I mean, you had your dad involved.
They're
which
gonna
is a
fight.
fucking awesome
They're gonna
thing.
fight.
No, we're not gonna fight. Me
I'm
and
glad
Tom
we
are
were talking
cool.
about
It's fine.
fighting
I've never
before the
fight
show.
him.
Oh,
I would
man.
fight him and I'd give him a hug afterwards. And I'd,
Kiss
be
him on the
all
forehead.
right.
Kiss him on the forehead.
Hey, so real quick before we move on from Alden, so one thing I thought about before, I don't care if this goes 12 hours, it doesn't mean shit to me.
Yeah, I do.
But so we think about like guys that shouldn't be forced to go the 450 ride, and Jake Weimer was unbelievable on 250 for PC. Like
Do they year he won the title?
7 or 8, whatever. No, not even that. It was like later than that. 2010.
Oh,
He was
yeah.
unfucking believable, and then he goes to 450, and Jake who, right? Weimer fucking who?
Yeah, I heard because your teammates RV and RV just wins
Yeah,
everything.
and Kawasaki's just like, hey, you're riding this dude's setup, so.
And Jake was like, I don't ride like RV.
Yeah, I think if he would have got off that team, he would have had a different trajectory.
In the 450s?
100%.
Yeah, I think Jake would have been a podium guy all the time.
On that 250, he was so good.
Yeah, I think if he didn't like that bike, he was pretty vocal about it, he would have got off that cow and went somewhere else.
Jake was pretty
Or-
much good his entire career of riding a dirt bike because he was a badass as an amateur too.
So Cole, you're a team VRM guy right now, which puts you on a 450. But when you want to haul ass, do you prefer 450 or are you a 250 guy still?
Well, I haven't
Cole
ridden,
doesn't rev.
I haven't ridden a 250 since probably I was
Cole don't rev.
15, I don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
That last Honda?
When I went to Loretta's, that was a 450.
Cole, you should have
Yeah,
maybe
that was
gotten on a
in 13.
350.
No, so like here's my thing. I didn't like revving the bike because I knew if I blew the bike up, my dad didn't have the money to fix that, and I'd be out all summer.
Big Tom.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah. So he went go-kart did it too, by the way.
Was he the fourth fastest?
No, he made one practice session and was like, "Ah, this shit's too fucking rough." Anyway, 250. Like I just remember like bouncing off the rev and those guys riding it like that. I was like, if I blow this thing up, I don't have a bike all summer.
You mean like Dylan Finley?
Yeah, but those guys had money. But
They did.
yeah, dude, like So when I got a 450, it was just like I ride this thing like I do my 250, but it's there. Everything was like right there. I liked having the power there. Like if I got in trouble, just kick it a little bit, or you know, if I wanted to hit a jump, just get right over.
So like
it.
everybody riding a 450 at any point in their career.
100%. Like I don't know. I just the way my power and the way my mind is, I just like the 450 better. I don't know.
All right, let's bang the rest of this out here. So Colt Nichols makes his return.
Speaking of banging out, good looking dude.
Yeah, 13th. Benny 14th. So
Weird.
good job for the
Tall guy.
Good job for the Beta team.
Doesn't need to race.
First main?
For
Beta.
no, Benny's been in a couple. But first one for Colt.
The Beta looks better.
Look, good
Beta
thing
looks
Benny doesn't
better.
have to race, man. You know, he's got all that money.
Yeah.
Tap and tap you.
Michigan's own Mitchell Harrison 15th.
Yeah, I definitely did
Hey, what
not.
do you know about that program? You still
Dude, I
disconnected?
haven't talked to him for a while. I did not honestly think he would transition well to a 450. Not that he's not like a smooth rider, but like he just never rode 450s growing up. But he's gonna be on that 450 in Canada, so
Pleased to see it.
He's made quite a bit of man.
yeah. I mean, he's other than when he's not looping it like Tyler Bowers.
Yeah, I mean, straight out of the heat last night.
Wait a minute, looping it was Marshall Welp, wasn't it?
No, like, there's a video of him at A2
years
where he
back.
loops
Oh,
it like
okay.
Bowers.
Years back. Yeah, and then, oh, dude, it was bad.
It was Bowers.
It was
Whoopsie.
Bauer.
It reminded me of Bowers.
All right.
Anyway,
Michigan
zone.
Michigan zone.
Anthony Bordone comes over, rides the
Dude.
Suzuki.
Oh,
for
here we go.
16th.
Fantasy. Fantasy.
I would have fucking picked him.
I'm also.
Would you?
100%.
I'm also finding. Don't you? I mean, it's a little weird, right? That I understand with the break, he'd want to go back home. But like, don't you think they would have him just like stationed in California for all the Supercross? Like,
You
why
would
did he go
think.
back home to France?
I don't know.
Well, because he's making a name for himself.
But I don't
Well,
think.
that
But he's
and-
not racing in France though. Like so.
The other side of it is I don't know shit about this guy, but when you come to America as a visitor, you can't stay very long. Right? There's a 180-day max, and then you gotta get back to where the fuck you came from. Unless you walk over the border, like they're getting shipped over.
He
right
goes
now.
there back, dips a toe in, and comes back.
Yeah, it's kind of what you have to do. Our goalie
Lot
currently
cheaper.
is from England, so I'm hearing all about this again right now.
Visa stuff.
Yeah. Let's see here. Chiz is 17th.
Didn't even realize Chiz was in the main.
Norin.
This is what Pulp MX Fantasy does to you.
Yep. Norin is.
You just don't give a
18th.
shit anymore.
Does Chiz keep going?
I think he's
Yeah.
gonna have to.
Chiz is gonna race till he's like 45.
Yeah, I mean, that's how he's making his money.
Yeah.
He's not really doing anything else.
Tanty 19.
And Tonti. God, I hope he rides outdoors.
God, that crash in the whoops was
Australia,
a good
hey?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, his preseason record.
That's what I'm talking
Oh,
about.
that's what you're talking. Yeah.
Preseason.
Grant Harlan 20th.
First main back since getting hurt at MXOM.
Weird seeing the
And
23 on his bike.
Wow.
yep. And John Short 21st. And
Looked
then,
amazing in the LC.
looked amazing. And then
He did.
He did.
Dylan.
Somebody told me collarbone.
God, I hope not.
Is it?
I don't know. But somebody caught the crash in the bottom corner of the
God, I
screen,
hope not,
and,
man. He's got to be healthy for outdoors.
And I just said, I hope he's good for
If it's a collarbone, then that's best case then, because
it. Yeah, played her out.
Look, man, if
Later
he,
on,
look, bro, if
see
it's
in
a,
4
hey,
weeks.
here's what I'll say. I understand he's having his best Supercross season to date. If it is a collarbone, bro, just take the next couple weeks off, go into the break, come back and East Rutherford.
Yeah, make some money in SMN.
I don't need you to race Indy, St. Louis, and Seattle.
Yeah, just stay out of Indy.
is
Please.
Indy east or west?
East. So this is the last East round, and then Seattle, obviously, and then St. Louis will go for West.
Well, we're not on 250s yet, but I'm bummed to hear it for Cody Shock.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that. I'm heated right now.
All right, and that's your 450 race recap.
Get
Brought
bladed.
to you by
Get
our
bladed.
friends at
got money?
Gutter Works. Always well hung, just like Cameron Sack, dude. Link in the description down
Sackers.
below. If anybody needs any sort of gutters or exterior services in the Southwest Michigan area.
You know what's funny about the Sackadoo thing is that I always heard, oh yeah, we like Anderson and Barsha being well hung or whatever. They would always be like, oh yeah, Cole just shows us all the pictures of these guys, and I'm like, okay, whatever. And I didn't think anything of it. And then, sure enough, I see a picture of McAdoo's package today, and it's fucking Cole showing me.
He's
That's
the
what Cole does, man. He's
actually.
I just like penile humor.
he's the penis guy.
Actually, the Anderson thing came from Iron Man last year
Oh,
because
really?
he was walking around after a moto, and I was like, "What in the holy shit? Look at that snake between his legs!"
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't hear this.
Oh yeah, no, dude. After Iron Man last year, he was
This is intermission, by the way.
he was undressed to go get in the cold plunge, man. So he was just in his Ethicas or whatever, and man, that guy's got a baby arm down
So
there.
do you?
All right.
So maybe this is a good question picture.
Kids
for
are
Coach.
not allowed to watch this episode.
No,
at all.
probably not.
Jesus.
They don't know nothing
We
about
should
that.
put talking about baby arms, bro.
We should put parental advisory like on the thumbnails. Like,
Since
you know,
when
like
is
the
this
old-
become
I
like
don't put that this show is made for kids. All right.
Because everybody, dude, we were getting scolded in last week's episode.
And
about how
I told them
some
sorry.
guy wants. He
And
wants
this is
to,
tailgate talk. Leave us alone. Like,
He's some kid that like he wishes he could watch, but he's got kids around. And like, look, man, we apologize if you watch this show. Like, we're not trying to do this, but like, this is not.
this is tailgate talk, okay? When you're with your buddies on the tailgate, I'm not censoring myself.
So guess what?
Oh boy.
So
Wait, hold on. Can
I
I, do the
want
halftime
I want
intro?
Coach's Rob. Yeah, we're
Coach's
in
Rob?
halftime. I already
No,
told everybody.
well, I need to do the halftime intro then.
Okay, go ahead.
So we can
Coach's
get paid
Rob.
here. Welcome to the Complete Racing Solutions halftime report. This month for Complete Racing Solutions, we are promoting Coach Rob's digital cookbooks at CoachRobStore.com. $10 to $15. Not sure what to purchase when you go to the store or what to make for a healthy snack, lunch, or dinner? Coach Rob's got you covered. Make sure to check him out. CoachRobStore.com.
Tune me in. Dial me in. Speaking of Coach Rob,
Yep.
Coaches Rob.
Coach's Rod.
Do you got CTE?
So,
Jesus.
so every motocross dude that we've talked about here seems to have a fortitude.
I thought that everyone that was in this was like that. My whole life. Straight up.
So
Then you realize that yours was not that way.
No,
You were
I-
like,
then
no,
you
that's
realize
not-
the rest
that's
of
not
us
the
ride
situation
and
for me,
we're
though.
all inverted. Anyway,
we're all inverted. We've all got innies instead of outies.
I hate.
but
this
is
show.
it like
I hate this show.
This
Right
show is awesome.
I straight up thought that was how everyone that was any good was.
now. You're like, yo, anybody that rides a dirt bike at a high level got a big wiener.
I seriously thought that my whole
Well,
life.
okay, so this is like a Coach Rob thing. Is it because these guys are so healthy, they've got so much blood flow going through their bodies? Like, does it?
Oh, that stored fat they got goes right downstairs.
I always thought you had to have that kind of BDE to be any good. This is what I thought my
Way
entire
before
life.
BD was even
I
coined a
don't know,
phrase.
like,
Hey, here's a fun one for you. I learned this week. Have you ever noticed how like a lot of the guys who ride have girls? Like,
yeah,
when they
you
have
want to know
kids?
why you could have a girl?
You've seen this?
Oh yeah, because it's true.
Well,
what? Let's hear it.
To have a girl, you got to be able to throw a little bit deeper.
no, that's
Matt's
not
having
it.
a boy.
No,
so.
that's
Who?
Wyman's having a boy.
What
No,
the-
hey, that,
I
no,
understand
and
now.
that's not it. So I heard it this week. They call it hot balling or whatever,
Yeah.
and it's because you work out so much and it's so hot there that it kills off the sperm with the extra chromosome for the boy or whatever. Whichever way it works, I might have
I
said
better
that
quit
wrong.
going to the sauna then.
But
Hey,
it
man.
literally it'll kill that off. So a lot of pro athletes you see will have like it's primarily more when they have a kid it's a girl.
Oh,
Which
that
is
is pretty
hilarious.
accurate because Osborne's a workout fool. He's got a girl.
Girls.
Eli.
Tomac's got 3,
Hampshire's
doesn't
a
he?
workout fool.
Oh
Almost
man,
every
that must
pro
mean
athlete
Kenny's
knows.
not.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Jeez.
Braden's got 1 or 2.
I mean,
I
Braden's
better,
just a good looking
I
guy.
better pump kids out before I get on this health kick.
Hey man,
Make sure
I'll
boys.
I'm gonna debunk this whole thing.
Oh boy, here we
Stroop and Nico, not packing.
Well, no.
go. Hey,
All right, you heard it here first. Speaking from experience.
I don't know about experience.
You know,
but
when we say stone
I
beats
just-
ass, that's
I
why.
Look, man, I just know some girls that kind of got. Never mind. This,
Oh yeah, that's where we're going with this. You know some girls.
Yeah. Well, hey man,
Okay.
let's shit back in the
So, yeah, I guess you think about it. All these moto dudes, I don't know, Villapoto
Plessinger?
had twin boys. So.
Plessinger?
Well,
Who?
Passenger.
look, I'm not
4
saying
or
that
5
I'm not
girls?
saying that there aren't ones that sneak through, but I'm just saying when you look at it, and I was just thinking about, it, I was like, man, I'm pretty sure Tomac's got at least 2, if not 3 girls. Like you said, RJ's got a girl.
I mean, Roxon's a workout sweaty fool.
Yeah,
he's
he's
got
got
two
a
boys.
boy,
Two
so-
boys.
I thought he's only got 1.
Two.
Oh, he's got 2 now. Okay.
Yeah, he's like
I don't
5
know, I
months
think-
old.
Barsha does have a kid. Does have a boy too.
It's luck of the draw.
Yeah.
You are literally just debunking your shit all the time.
I also saw the same thing on the internet, and it was like,
So
oh, that's
weird.
interesting.
Okay,
but
the only other one I saw was like emotional people had girls.
Well, that could be
What?
too.
for my whole life, I always thought
That
like,
works out well for me because that means I'm gonna have nothing but boys over here.
Makes total
That's
sense.
what's
My
up.
dad was not. He didn't have emotions, so it's fine.
That's what I'm saying.
You never had me as a kid. Shout out Marty. Anyway,
Oh, man.
okay, let's get into this halftime report here. Do you want to talk about Jett's income first, or
Sure.
do you want to do a rant? Okay, great. Why do you think Jett doesn't make the money that we all think he makes? Here?
I'll actually just
There you
go.
go. That's your caption.
I'll ask you. Why do I understand you heard it from? We're not gonna. blow
He
people up.
said it.
Yeah, but like, dude, that
Came out of
person.
somebody
that
mouth
person-
that runs a Jetson Donuts.
That person also definitely likes to talk shit.
Okay.
I'm not saying he's a liar, but I don't believe the number. What was it? Did you hear 12, 13 mil?
13 mil.
Okay, so the reason why I don't believe this, and I'm not saying like this person is a liar, because obviously they would have no more.
Let me
than
get my pen and paper out here, okay?
Well,
Say at least $100,000. $100,000 on overall.
So even if you look at that, you look at all of his
Plus
win,
the bonus.
You look at all of his win bonuses. You look at his
Jetson Donuts,
deal with
merch.
Honda. But like I started looking at some of these other, and we're gonna go in a motorsports circle.
Yeah.
So like I heard today, for example, like IndyCar was out today, their first race in St. Pete. Pat O'Ward, who just signed a new contract with Arrow McLaren, he's only making $5 million a year.
Mm.
And I say-
Only?
I say-
Only?
On a salary only.
Yeah. So I look at $5 million a year. So there's no way. I don't believe that Jett's making more than an IndyCar driver for salary, especially a guy that wins and drives
Oh,
for
I never said it
McLaren.
was over $5 million on salary.
Well, the salary is the tricky part because most of the fucking money you're gonna make is on fringe deals.
So then I look at bonuses. Okay, he did just go undefeated, but we definitely know that the bonuses for outdoors is less than Supercross. And then you look at his sponsors.
I bet his salary from Honda's $1 million.
Okay, fine. Cool.
That's it? It's 2 to 3. Okay, I bet his salary is $2 million. That's it.
So I look at all of his outside sponsors though, and okay, how much do you think he's making? Do you think he's making quite a bit from this anti-social soldier stuff?
No, that was just a collab. So
Okay.
Alpine Stars, Valley Family was on it.
How
Yeah,
Lambos is it at Daytona? All three of the podium were winners.
Yeah, yeah.
Probably $1 million plus bonus.
I'm not saying he's not making a lot of money, but I just don't believe
The
that
big
he's making
numbers.
double digits.
Movement, watch.
Yeah.
You know that thing's on the podium every time. You notice that?
Yeah,
So
well,
movement watches is paying him.
okay, but how much is he making from them?
I bet he's making $500,000 to $1 million.
At least.
So what are we at right now?
Hold on, I'm adding stuff up.
We haven't even got the win bonuses. Where are we at?
Hold on, I'm adding stuff up.
So here's the thing though. When this person said this, are they saying that's how much he makes or that's how much he made?
I don't know. So
Because once
but the
again,
truth
you know,
is coming out. I didn't hear it directly from the man. This man said it, and then it got to Rigsby.
is this the same person that said I should win 2 titles? I should have 2
No,
titles
no,
right now?
no, not that man.
Fuck
Kid.
that guy.
This man said it, and then Rigsby took it, and then Rigsby gave it to me.
All right, so it's definitely not true at all. It's bullshit.
Hold
He
on.
doesn't make that much money.
Hang on, go ahead.
We're also looking
I'm
at
not
gross
ready
instead
yet.
of net, right?
I'm-
So like gross
I
is
don't
if you make money before
Yeah.
taxes and all that.
Well, and my thing is too is if they would have said made, I'd be like, okay, it's the making part. Because when I hear made, that means okay the bonuses, but that's not like guaranteed in because you have to go out there and earn that. If I'm just thinking about his sponsorship and his money, I don't believe that he's making that.
So go $2 million for championship bonuses,
Hold
plus
on.
another $2 million
on.
for
I'm
base. So
working on
there's
it.
$4 million already.
I'm working on it.
This is the bummer part of the main.
And then we got $5 million.
Okay.
Well, let's say $1 million from movement. You think 6?
I don't know
6?
anything about that whole thing, so I
That Red Bull contract's probably what, $1 million?
maybe.
7.
So that was where I was getting at. I didn't say that he didn't make it. It's the part or made. It's the part of how much he's making before he wins. Because to me, this
So
sounds
there's
stupid.
$7 million.
To me,
before
that
he
sounds
wins.
super
I'm
stu-
talking base stuff right now.
Yeah, you guys aren't talking about performance bonuses.
We ain't even
yet.
talked about performance shit yet.
Yeah, that I don't know, man. I just have a hard time believing that. And the thing is we'll never know because we don't know exactly. We don't know real numbers.
And the shit dick prize money. SMX, that was $1 million, I guess.
Okay.
I don't think he actually made a lot.
Here's what I got here.
God, we're acting like we know his financials.
We don't know.
We
shit.
We don't know
shit.
shit. so
Well,
this
it'd
is
be great if the sport was
We don't know
transparent.
So
shit.
what the number that I just heard was something that actually came directly from this person's mouth, so I feel better about my comment.
We're talking about
Wait, hold on. I missed that because I was adding.
Pat O'Ward
Yeah.
just signed a new 5-year contract
Okay.
with Arrow
Talking about an
McLaren.
Indian
Okay.
car driver.
$5 million a year.
Okay.
That's just so. What I'm saying is that's actually from his mouth, whereas all we're doing
But
right
that's
now.
a base salary.
That's
Yeah.
just how our sport works, though.
Yeah. So like, we're gonna estimate all this.
Do they get win bonuses and stuff?
Of course they do.
Okay.
He's not, and he's not even the highest paid dude in the
So
paddock.
Not even mentioning
his
all
will,
this.
so then his will be way high. Okay, so here's what I got. I got $2 million base salary.
That's Chevy.
I have $2 million in win bonuses.
Okay, so this is what's different for me.
Yeah, so I got 2 million in win bonuses.
That's championship bonuses.
Nope, that's just wins for races.
Okay, well, how about
Because
championship
that's
bonus?
the
I got
the
$1 million
make
for the
and make.
SX title, I got $1 million for the MX title, and I got $1 million for the SMX title.
Okay.
Okay, because I just figure $1
How
million.
many millions we sitting on?
Okay, so that brings us up to 7.
Okay.
I was very lowbrow, and I put 250K for donuts and 250K for merch
Okay.
over the course of the year. So now we're at 7.5. I got $1 million Alpine Star gear deal because it has to be that at least. Okay, so now we're 8.5. I got 100K on goggle deal, so now we're at 8.6 or whatever. I have 500K from MVNT watches,
Okay.
so now we're at 9.1.
Okay, give me a Red Bull contract.
I've got 500K from the quad lock that's on his jersey also, because that's a big deal. So now we've got 9.6. And then I've got at least $1 million on a Red Bull deal, which brings us to 10.6, which means we're roughly not quite 2 million off of what we heard.
Let's go 150K per outdoor overall.
I already did that.
So for me,
And I only did 100.
So for me, that was the difference of what the way I was interpreting. And I know this sounds stupid because I feel like I'm picking at it, and none of this really matters. I was looking at
it's a good conversation.
I was looking at how much he's made, and that's obviously he has to win.
Yeah.
Versus how much he's just gonna make.
Oh, okay.
No matter what. That's what I know that we're splitting hairs here. That's what I'm talking about. Is so when I heard that number, I'm like, there's no way he's just making that without having to do a damn.
No,
thing.
that's not
That's
salary.
why. That's why when I heard that comment, and I was even going to say it a long time ago when he brought that up.
Yeah.
And I just didn't think it was worth it. I was like, bullshit.
Yeah.
Because there's Formula One drivers that don't even make that.
Yeah,
without
no,
even
that's
doing
not
anything.
salary.
Yeah.
That's everything all in.
Yeah. So for me,
all
that's-
this- okay. Maybe I should have clarified that, but
To me, that's a big difference.
the game of telephone started
Yeah.
with all in. That's how much.
Okay, so for me, that's a big difference.
Which
So
to
the
me,
way,
that's fine. Cause,
yeah. No, I could see all of that after you do everything as a
Okay,
whole,
yeah,
for sure.
'cause
That
I-
I'm not arguing.
Myrtle,
here's-
are you listening? Can you?
I was gonna
clarify
say,
that?
because here's the thing too
send us
is
a thumbs
we
up for
don't
yes.
know.
Yeah.
Thumbs down for no.
We don't know what's the Red Bull bonus
Yeah.
if he wins. What's the gear
A-star
bonus if he
bonus,
wins? Yeah, because I'm sure those are lucrative too.
Yeah.
And then again, like I said, I was very, very. I feel low on like the donuts because you figure what's my phone here?
Would you pay
figure
for some donuts?
$40 for a
Yeah,
pack
it
of
was
donuts.
stupid.
So you figure 250,000 divided by 40. That's only 6,000 boxes of donuts. That's
a lot.
That's a weekend.
Yeah.
That's a
You think they're selling
weekend.
6,000 boxes of donuts in a weekend?
There's
Are you high?
there's what 30,000 people
Are you
at a
high?
fucking race, and you don't think you
I'm
don't
thinking they're
think
selling
6,000
250 boxes.
No way, no way. I bet they're selling at least 1,000.
1,000's a lot of fucking
1,000 a
money.
weekend.
That's a lot.
Which if you do 1,000 a weekend, so you do what is that? $4,000, right? 40. Okay, so 40 times 17 rounds of Supercross is $680,000
Look,
gross.
Look, for
Gross.
me, the reason why, like, I just brought
Which
this
means
up.
your take home is probably still at least $250.
The reason why I brought this
the
up.
net for the whole thing, you still got to pay Myrtle. You got to pay the people that are doing the donuts.
Like I said, it's still net. You're still probably netting $250.
The
easy.
reason why I brought this up is because, like, it's interesting when you start factoring in, and we know the numbers of, like, what Stu and Ricky and all those guys. I don't think we'll ever see those numbers ever again. But
Jet's getting close.
I don't think he's making as much as Stu off, like, deals and shit. Like, dude,
Yeah, that
Stu.
Nike deal was
Yeah,
probably-
man.
That Nike
Like,
deal
Stu.
was lucrative. Yeah.
I don't think anybody will ever make as much. I mean, he could, but I don't think anybody will ever make
So the
actually as much as
answer
Stu.
deal. So the
Maybe.
answer gear deal.
Yeah, that whole thing's funny with Roger. Like, yeah, I've been showing him, like, Washu will, like,
Well,
go like this across the face.
It was that he was getting $1 million from Answer, and then he was getting they had $750,000 insurance policy on him for a championship bonus.
To me, it's just always interesting in this day and age of the
So-
way money rolls around with, like, motorsports. And the reason why I always go to these is because it's two of my other favorites is, like, IndyCar and Formula One. And, like, Formula One numbers, like, you look at a guy like Max Verstappen and you look at Lewis Hamilton and Leclerc and all them, and we'll never, ever reach those numbers. But it is always interesting to me when you start talking about the back of the paddock versus our guys.
Yeah.
So, like, a guy like Logan Sargent, like, he's great kid, but he's the back of the pack as far as Formula One goes. He makes, I think his contract is like $3 million for salary. So it's like, it's always interesting to me.
Give me 1 year.
Yeah, it's always interesting to me. It is one.
We already got the number one GR go-kart driver over here. Let's go.
Dude.
But you look at Max Verstappen, though, and you talk about a dude that wins all the time. Like, he just doesn't lose. And he's won 3 straight championships. And he's won poles and done this. Like, I'm pretty sure his deal is like, I think he's making like $50 million off his salary.
Well, is it Hamilton's Ferrari deal for 2026 like 40 million?
40
Yeah,
mil.
yeah.
Yeah. So
let me
It's
ask
just
you
always
this.
interesting to me, like, you start talking about our sport and then other sports.
which that was super interesting because we talked about how early Sexton's deal was done, and then like I was watching Drive to Survive last night, and I'm like, Hamilton just did a deal for 24 and 25, and now all of a sudden it's like, oh, by the way, now he's got a deal for 26 for Ferrari. Which
That whole
is
deal is
crazy.
super sketchy.
What, the Ferrari deal?
It's a weird I know because you don't watch the races like from start to finish, so like you don't watch practice and all that shit and they go over this. But that whole thing is like really weird. There's a lot of tension going on right now.
I will say it's no surprise to me after watching that episode of Drive to Survive last night when he said he went to the team in 22 and told them, hey, we need to fix this on the car, and the team was like, don't worry, we know what we're doing.
He's pissed at Toto.
That doesn't surprise
pissed
me
at
at
Toto.
all.
He's
That
pissed at
doesn't
Toto.
surprise me at all.
Yeah, he's pissed.
Like listening to how that happened, and again, we had a conversation when you got here talking about that, and I was like, yeah, Lewis Hamilton's kind of a douche, but like when you get disrespected like that, it's like, nope, I'm out. Because like he'll go to Ferrari, and don't get me wrong, I don't think he wins unless Ferrari makes a big step.
Nobody's
too,
beating that
but-
Red Bull car.
Yeah, but it's I don't know, it's interesting.
This discussion started talking about IndyCar. Now,
You don't really have to talk into that. We're just gonna use the camera audio.
all the way through.
Yeah, basically, because the
So
the car's
yeah.
So the
scary now,
conversation
so.
started about IndyCar. So if you're a Fernando Alonso, who's not even in Indy anymore, but if you're the guy,
Formula One still.
if you're the guy in Indy, because that's what we started at, what do you expect for gross? Like if you, besides just your contract,
If you don't
like,
win title, if you don't win a championship.
if you're like one of the guys, if you're a Chad Reed,
So Pato O'Ward right now, and they were talking about at St. Pete today. Pato O'Ward, he's not the highest paid, but he's one of the top 5. So I think that Alex Palou and Joseph Newgarden probably are the top paid. Shout
You're
out
not
Joe.
talking to the microphone anymore.
Shout out Joe Newgarden, favorite driver, just won today. I think that get out the fuck. They're probably making like $9-10 million a year.
we're talking about just salary. I'm talking about gross. Everything they do.
Oh,
If you're Alonso, you're getting fucking Rolly money.
Fernando Alonso last year probably without winning a fucking race probably netted $39-40 million.
What's Alonso? Spain?
Yeah, he's
What was okay? So I got a question here since we were talking about numbers not reaching Ricky and Stu era stuff. What were theirs? I know Ricky was about what $5 million a
Yeah.
year.
I think Stu at Kawasaki. Well, I guess somebody would know this. Nah, never mind. You probably wouldn't get told that.
What do you want me to know?
I want you to know a lot of things that you could tell us.
What was Stu's highest salary per year? You know, like with Kawasaki.
No idea. I'd heard Tomac was 1.3, and Bill Poto straight up came out on Title 2.4 and was like, "Yeah, my shit was 2 mil."
I think Stu probably made more at Suzuki than he ever did,
Mhm.
and I would probably venture a guess like $7-8 million.
I will say.
I don't think he made shit at Suzuki.
I-
I don't know, man. You should.
To get Stu to go to Suzuki, you'd have to be a lot of
He
money.
switched in the middle of the
No,
year.
dude, he went and rode that bike for free because he wanted off that JGR bike so fucking bad.
I don't know, man. I don't think Stu's ever done a freestyle
I
in his
will-
I
life.
swear to God, dude, he went and rode that bike for free.
I will say I think Jett gets close.
Yeah, I'm
in
not
the
saying
next
he won't.
2 to. I'm just saying because I know right now it's somewhere between 2 and 3 is what I've been told for base, and it'll go up here.
Yeah.
So I think probably
For sure.
the next couple of years, but like maybe not the next contract, but by the time he gets to his say 27 deal or something, he will probably be close to that
And deserve-
5 million.
and deservedly
range.
so.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
stunted that by being a snitch earlier this year. A couple of those moves have really put a dent in his following, right? Like myself, even. Like I was like, yeah, no,
No,
yeah, fuck
it's
that
just-
guy.
no,
it
it
don't
is-
matter on the results page.
It's just
No.
it's just wild to think about. Once again, you start looking at our top level, and then you start going to other motorsports like Formula One, like IndyCar, like NASCAR. Sure as shit, no, they make NASCAR money. It's just wild because like, even with our sport growing, our top guys still aren't anywhere near
Yeah.
the top level of other motorsports.
Yeah.
And
I
they
have
never
a-
will be. Like Jett Lawrence is never going to make. He probably at the end of his career won't even make as much as Max Verstappen makes in 1 year. Max Verstappen is worth already over $300 million. Jett's never going to see that in
I
2
know
lifetimes.
who else is close to that? Who's that senator broad that we all hate?
Nikki Haley?
No, the other.
What do you got against Nikki Haley?
The other stupid one.
Not AOC.
Yes.
Oh, AOC's terrible.
Yeah. You know what she's worth?
No.
$129 million.
I'm not.
You
I'm
wanna-
not into Democrats
You
at all.
want to
but I
know?
would hate fuck
You want to
her,
know what her
sure.
salary
Gretchen
is?
Whitmer?
You want to know what her salary is? $155,000 a year.
Oh,
And
this
she's
is-
been in the Senate or whatever the held
Congress.
For Congress
kind of sounds like
for 5 years.
kind of sounds like a Chuck
So
Schumer
tell me
thing.
how a $155,000 salary over 5 years gets you to a $129
That's like-
million net worth.
That's
I can
like
tell you
that's
really
like
easily.
Insider
that's
trading.
like that's like Mitch that's like Mitch McConnell. Like he even like salary's like $200,000, but like he's
Here
actually
goes, here
worth
goes
like
half our audience here.
Well, hey, how about the trading bot? This guy made a trade bot
That
that
trades for,
copies
like,
whatever
Pelosi?
Pelosi's
That's
trades are, and it's
awesome.
up like 60% or something already this
would
year.
be. Okay, so let's get off of that
That's
before we
great.
get in trouble. So one
Yeah,
other
we're
thing I
canceled.
have been hearing this week, and maybe you've been hearing rumors of this too. Maybe you've seen something about it on Vital. I have heard that they are doing a Netflix show.
I'm wondering if this was going. Yeah, Steve dropped it, and
Steve
talked-
dropped it a couple times
Yeah,
this week.
I-
It's
they
should.
happening.
yeah, I talked to a gentleman that actually works for Feld. And
Okay.
he was in a meeting.
Is his name Sean?
No,
That's
it
his
is
name.
not.
'Cause that would be fun.
is his name Dave Prater?
No.
Todd Gender?
This gentleman was in a meeting when it was discussed, and he said it was 85% pretty much a done deal.
I wish Troy had Midas did it, because when he did the Ground Outdoors videos,
Oh, no.
man,
There's a
Yeah,
high,
I mean,
there's
they
a
could-
high probability they're going to be involved in some way.
I mean, he could take the Moto Inside the Outdoors things, and they could put those on Netflix, and they'd be good.
yeah.
they're
Here's-
so
but-
good. Those
here's
guys
the
are
thing,
amazing.
And that's what they should call it, the Supercross Inside the Dome or something.
I'm gonna say this, and we talked about this, and it's definitely the one way to grow our sport more. But I will say this, and you guys, have you watched Drive to Survive at all?
No.
Okay, well you should.
I love that. I love Formula One,
You
but
should.
I've never watched
You
it.
should. Okay, so you two know this though because you guys watch it.
Yep, 100%.
Okay.
I'm going to go watch some of
Watch
it
the
after
NASCAR
this.
one, too.
All right.
And
Yep.
the golf one.
I'm
watched
watching the full swing one right now.
I play golf. I should check it out.
I
You
couldn't-
should.
I
It's
couldn't
right.
get
Even the
into
tennis,
that.
even the
watched
tennis
first couple
one.
episodes.
Even the tennis
Yeah,
one is
I
not.
watched
Ladies
some
and
of
gentlemen,
those.
I don't fucking watch TV, so this is a trick for me.
Look, it's not bad. I mean, I'm not a tennis guy, but it's not bad.
I watched some of the episodes.
I
I
like
couldn't get into
anything
it.
having to do with athleticism. All right, so here's the one thing I'll say though, and I'm gonna get flamed for this comment, but it's true.
What's new with
Per
you?
usual.
We see everything that those guys, especially the team managers at Formula One, they go through. And golf, same thing.
Yep.
I'll be very curious to see if it's produced any way those are. And I understand our sport is like small meat and potatoes opposed to those, but still Netflix goes all in on everything they do.
Yeah.
They wouldn't offer this up because it'll be a part of their sports series, and they're not just gonna put a bullshit dog shit product out there. I think a lot of our guys aren't the mentally tough enough guys to deal with
All the media.
the what's going to happen to them if they're being featured on there, because we see everything. As much as I like him, what's his name from Haas, Gunter Steiner.
Gunther.
He's
You like
great.
him?
You know what though? He doesn't have a job.
guy.
He doesn't have a job anymore because of what happened on Netflix.
He's quit.
Oh.
No, he didn't.
Okay.
No, he didn't. He got fired. He got fired.
Because in all those
It doesn't matter what
in
you
all
say,
those
he got
shows,
fired.
He's
He got-
saying
he
that
got-
he's about done.
What do you think he's going to say? He got fired.
Well, I mean-
Gene Haas was over his shit.
Well, I mean, half these guys on that show, they make it look like they're about to get fired.
no,
because-
Gene Haas fired him.
Well, that doesn't.
It have everything to do with his conduct and everything he was saying and doing on Netflix.
Interesting.
So I'll be really curious to see that if this happens. I want it to happen. It's going to be great.
I hope they put Bobby Regan in there.
I hope they're not robotic.
Bobby Reed, I don't think you can be robotic, because here's the thing. Netflix, they will ask you anything, and for you to be on one of their shows, you don't get just to like censor out all of the important shit.
No.
So like we even heard when like he was talking with Gene Haas, he would close the door, but you would still hear the audio. So all the shit that we always talk about, like not being transparent, that's out the door. So this is going to be a new thing for all the teams, and I think it's going to actually get over some of the shit that we bitch about all the time.
I'm in love with it.
Because you're not just going to be like, oh no, we can't talk about that. Netflix is going to go, you guys do know.
You guys do know we produce Formula One, right?
It's like the Ferrari guys in that one.
It's not going to be the same production company as.
You don't think so?
No. But it's going to be.
Confirmed it's not.
It's going to be still the Netflix Sports because it's part of that. So they're not just
You're
going
gonna have to
to be
play by their rules, but it's not gonna be the exact same group.
But you just said it though. They're going to have to play by their rules, so they're not going to just be able to censor shit out because
Netflix will be like, well, then we're just not doing it.
Is Drive to Survive like a game show, or is it follow them through the series?
No, just follow
It's a game
through the
show.
series.
It follows them through the whole entire series, through
Yeah.
preseason
No,
up there.
it's just like it gets gnarly. Even like that Gunther dude's like, these guys are fucking idiots.
How about
My
Otmar?
drivers suck.
How
and
far
all
are
this
you
stuff.
into the series?
I'm on the Lewis episode right now.
Are you
I
on the
watched
Otmar Alpine series
I
part?
watched the Lewis episode last night.
When
So here's the
Gasly
thing.
and Ocon are talking
Have you been through what Otmar went through with Alpine at the race?
kind of. So
Okay,
mine's
no.
weird because it skipped from like episode 5 to like then I watched episode 9 for some reason. So now I'm going back. I don't know why.
Wait,
What kind of lunatic are you?
I didn't do it. Okay, I just clicked up Netflix and
Half
clicked
waffle
play
grip,
next.
Wait
skipping
till
around
you-
in Netflix.
Wait till
like-
you get to the Altmar Alpina situation.
I think that's the one I just started watching today.
Yeah, wait till
Does
you
Ashley
get,
watch these with you?
wait
No.
till you get to that, and that's what I'm talking about. That shit in Moto doesn't happen. They're just
Where
all-
they're basically saying that he has to get his shit together because he's dropping the ball on it.
oh yeah, but it
Like
doesn't.
the owners are
but
saying
but
that.
it doesn't end up mattering.
Cole, does Emily like this?
We watched a little bit.
I'll just the one thing that'll be great about this though is because you know that Jett and Hayden will obviously be featured on it. You're either gonna really
Hey.
love Jett and Hayden.
I need you to go move your truck. My brother's trying to get out.
You're either really gonna love Jett and Hayden before this, or you're really gonna hate them afterwards.
Yeah, that's true.
Because a lot of people, like I said, a lot of people have their feeling like Max Verstappen. He just up until the season was never really on Drive to Survive because
Yeah.
he hates people, and people just they have their beliefs about him. And the same thing with Leclerc and Hamilton. So I love it. I'm all about it. I've been saying for years I think we should do this.
I was
Even
really
that-
sad
and
when I
asked
thought we
if it-
weren't going to do it.
Well, it's gonna. I'll just say it's gonna be interesting because it's gonna be a shot to our sport that our sport never has to deal with. We're all secretive. You're not gonna be able to be secretive on a Netflix documentary.
Freaking great.
It's gonna be great.
Freaking great.
As long as it's not staged and gay.
No, it's not. It's,
No,
no,
no.
it's not.
So like Starlings when they did the white
No.
spot thing, like that was totally
No.
And then
no,
in the
it's
Drive
not.
to Survive, they're literally in on like meetings.
okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So like when Deegan had his Detroit thing and he and Brian went back to the truck.
They would be all about that.
Interesting.
If something happened actually between Brian and Smitty, which we now know never did, they would have caught it. And they wouldn't have been. And if they would have been like, "Oh, you can't put that on there," they'd be like, "Too fucking bad. What's going on
Mhm.
there?" Like when you do something for their series, you don't get a choice what goes on and what doesn't.
Yep. So, okay. So last thing here with the halftime report, at least that I got. Holster Co. Reload Rant. Make sure to check out Holster Co. for all your things that go boom, boom, and bang, bang.
Good guys.
And I just want to touch on this because I got flamed for this a lot in the comments this week. Clickbait. Guys,
Yep.
this is how YouTube works. And if you don't like it, then start your own YouTube channel. Let me know how it goes. Because I'll tell you what, when you put a clickbait title in, you get views. When you don't, you don't.
What truck is your brother's? The red one?
No, he's in the garage.
Oh, okay.
That
I was
was why.
gonna say if it was the Colorado, I'll be pissed because I moved back in front of the Colorado.
No, you're fine.
Oh.
The Colorado is my grandma's truck. It's just sitting there. So,
She's cherry, isn't she?
whoa.
That blue Colorado.
That thing's mean looking.
It's got 30,000 miles.
I think Sherry as fuck.
Yeah, I know.
I don't even know why
Anyway,
I'm talking into this.
anyway, yeah. So for everybody who
Okay.
is, like I said, who is in there and like, oh, this guy's only clickbait titles about Degan, blah blah blah, whatever. Dude, this is the way YouTube works. All right.
I don't disagree with the fans saying that, but you got to do what you got to do.
I would love.
Did you see my clickbait post? No, it wasn't clickbait. What is that? So my buddy teed me up. Rusty teed me up. Yeah. Renos the other day. Oh, I put. You ruined my $1,000 exhaust.
So where'd you get so far?
What on the? I've got 1.5.
Sweet.
Cool.
Sweet.
You're more a
Hell
TikTok
yeah.
guy, right?
Anyway, anybody else got a rant?
No.
I do.
Okay,
What?
go for it.
The fucking trophies, dude.
Oh god.
Yeah, I'm with
So
it.
they brought the girl up. Speaking of Formula One, she's
Yeah.
rocking a Ferrari jacket and a Verstappen hat, so
Which
that's
is-
pretty cool.
Dumbasses. Absolutely stupid ass.
Hey.
So anyway,
It's like a Jet shirt and a Degan hat.
I
no, it's
With like an Eli Tomac foam finger.
Yeah.
Hey,
Anyway,
yeah,
go
I don't
ahead.
know.
So
But
yes,
anyway.
this girl with her trophies.
they're showing her doing the trophies and all that kind of stuff. Dude, you could go get those trophies at Salvation Army
Uh-huh.
or Goodwill. Like, why not do something like the Outdoor Series? You go to Redbud, you get a badass American flag fucking trophy, or you go to Hangtown, you get a guitar. Or
Washougal.
Glen Helen had guitars.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you look at any pro motocross rider's room or setup that he flexes on TV, like his trophy room.
Yep.
There ain't no fucking Supercross trophies in there because they're
No.
like, here, little kid, here's my Fiji bottle size fucking trophy.
Like why
They
can't?
used to be awesome though. They used to be the big old dome ones and stuff.
Like here's the thing.
Like the
Look at
make
going back
each
to
specific city.
I was gonna say going back to Formula One. Like Formula One has like track layouts or whatever, right? Why can't we have that? We get the things drawn
we're
up
just not
months before.
Because we're just not as good.
We're going to Nashville, get some guitars, man.
Yeah.
Let Gibson step up and
Do
be
they-
a weekend sponsor.
do they-
Gibson is
Hey,
in Gibson factory is in Nashville.
They
That's
did
what-
that.
Oh, wait. Webb almost hits the trophy, girl.
They did that,
Oh no, honey, what you doing?
Scared the shit out of
they
me.
did guitars. Remember back when we used to go to Muddy Creek? They did guitars for that round.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Back for
saying.
others.
So what I'm saying is like bring some like the
Spice it up.
Lawrence brothers brought Gibson in for that collab gear.
Mm-hmm.
Bring them in. Hey, Gibson's a sponsor this weekend. They're providing the trophies.
Then they won't sponsor the riders, which takes money out of the pockets of the riders' pockets.
Whatever.
So
we're going to Louisville. Let's get these guys some sluggers.
sluggers.
Yeah, we go to Red Buddy, give them some weed.
Let's go to Detroit. Let's get these guys. Let's get these guys a fucking Corvette.
What?
Yeah.
It could be,
Hold
it
it
could
up.
be cool.
Hey!
You know, like a NASCAR style trophy with a Corvette on the top of it.
Sure,
The
something
Motor
like that.
the Motor City Supercross.
No,
It
argue
really
with
could be
anything you
something
say.
awesome though.
Let's say you go to Daytona. Their trophy was lame too, was it not?
Yeah.
Their trophy was really lame. There was a post about this. Like is it the Futures? It's literally like a white plaque that says like second place on it. It was so stupid.
Or like the possibilities are endless. Like what other cities they go to?
Oh, they're going to Philly.
Okay, go to Philly.
Give
You
them a
could
trash
have you
can.
could have Meek Mill doing a wheelie.
Rocky Balboa statue, bro.
There's
Philly,
something.
dog.
You
Yeah,
could have the
going to
Liberty
Denver.
Bell.
Yes.
that's
Going to Denver, going to East Rutherford. Like
Going to
St.
Denver, it
Louis.
could be a giant nug.
Hey, let me
Or like
ask
a
you,
beer
Cole.
bottle.
So, like, you didn't get any trophies as pro, but as an amateur, you
I don't
had,
even have a pro license, dog.
well, you had a lot of trophy finishes as an amateur. When was the age when you quit getting them and you started getting dealer checks and shit instead?
I got dealer checks when I was 7 years old.
Really?
65, 7 to 9 was a dealer check.
I didn't know it.
Yeah.
The dealer check days.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
I mean, the only trophies I have that are big were Great Lakes Championship ones at Log Road.
Did you ever get a Super Series trophy?
I've got a Super Series plaque. for
Wasn't
7.
that me and Wyman talked? Wasn't that the best series
Super
Michigan has
Series
ever
were
produced?
good. They
Yeah, when
produced
we
a
would
good
get 1,200 riders each race.
Yeah,
And
now
now it's like 100.
let's see what
Just
other
Bob in his
trophies I got.
backyard.
I've
I
got
don't
a
remember
trophy
Super
from
Series.
Robbie Rayner at a supercross or an arena cross,
That's
and then
cool.
like that trophy he literally gave me because it was a piece of shit. Like,
Speaking of that, Arena Cross, did you see that Meshy's old mechanic there, Joey, rode a pro Arena Cross this weekend?
No.
Yep.
How'd that go?
I don't know. I don't remember. But I saw
We
his
can do it.
Facebook- I saw his Instagram post.
I've got a Log Road 3-man team trophy,
Oh boy.
and it was literally a log, and they fucking
They put a road on it?
Yeah, and they put a sticker on it.
You
It was
got,
awesome.
you got a Baja Brawlf trophy?
No, I've got a regional, a Red Bull.
I've been back there
regional
so
thing that was
long.
kind of cool.
What was the Super Series? What was that? That was
The-
before my
It
time.
was like Red Bud Dutch Log Road, and they just
But it was literally
See,
like.
that'd
But
be
here's
cool.
the thing though is that was back when we would get like 1,200 riders.
they'd give a pit bike away every year.
Oh,
too.
wow.
Like it was a legitimate like series that they actually put time and effort.
See, this is what I wish is that we had like a bit of a West Michigan series or something. Because like I used to like it when they would do a few years back when they would do like
The Great Lakes series?
No, well you would do
Well, look,
GLMX, but then you
we're
would do
getting
this.
political now because GLMX
Yeah.
happened because District 14 tracks like Battle Creek Motorcycle Club and Cadillac and all these little club tracks were pulling more riders
Portland,
than Red Bud.
Freeland.
Oh.
And Red Bud's like, oh, you're pulling more riders than us. We'll make our own series.
You remember the Spring Flings?
And it was a split program versus straight program.
Oh my
too.
god,
Yes.
dude!
Yep.
Which
The
I
split
never
pro-
went and did one of those races. that
The
I'm
split
pissed about.
programs down here were great, but I hated the split programs up in like the East Side races.
It was great. I love flip rider, dude. You go in there and do your 2 classes. You were home by 3.
Yeah.
I'm the opposite way. I want to get up at 9 o'clock and be there for practice at noon. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but then you're there until 8.
Yeah.
See, and
I
that's
miss the
where.
old days, man.
But see, like when I was racing there in like whatever it was, 16 or whatever, it was they did the state championship series, which was like the series in a series, which was cool because they did it like 4 weeks in a row. So we go to like Red Bud, Log Road, Dutch, and somewhere else or whatever. But now it's like they do like one state championship race per month almost or whatever, and it's all over the D14 tracks because they're all back together now, which is just a pain in the ass.
So
You
you saying
can't
that's a
do
bad
it.
thing or a good thing?
And Pat up at Baja was like, fuck, I don't need you guys. I
Dude,
make enough money.
Yeah.
I remember one of the Spring Flings back in March at Freeland, and we had like
Broke my femur there.
a lot of people got hurt at Freeland. We had like fucking 4 divisions for one class back then.
I wish
In March.
I wish Red Bud would do a
Yeah, I
night,
broke my
night
femur at
series in the summer.
2004 spring
Red
clean.
Bud would do
Freeland's
what?
Freeland's
A
been closed
night
for a while.
night
hasn't
track
it?
series in the summer.
I wish they
actually
do an
don't know
open
that.
ride on
I
the
think it's been
night
closed.
They sold to
Yeah.
somebody else and
Bay
it was
City's
open
been
as.
Or I wish they'd do it where you could
We're
do
right at Bay City.
It was like an open ride where you could go
Ogama?
to each
No,
track.
no, no.
So you could do like ride the big
There's
track.
a club
and
track
then
up there, right?
We're having
There's two conversations across the way here. Yeah, because did you ever go do those night races? What was it
I've
like?
ridden the night race or the night track one time, and that's because I got a free Tony D school for getting a Suzuki.
But not on national.
Tony D.
I was gonna say not on national weekend though, because you remember what was like 17 or 18 that they did like that 3-round night series.
That was cool, man. They should go back to
It
doing
was
that.
super cool because you showed up at like 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon
Oh.
and
Oh,
raced.
they did do that.
Yeah,
That was cool.
I
They should
did.
do
I
that.
did it. That's the one time I rode the night.
They should go
track.
back to doing that.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Or like
I
we
don't
were
love the
saying-
night track is the problem.
Yeah, I don't know if they did it back in the day, but you could do like big track had your A practice, and then 30 minutes you could go to like Motoland does, where you can go from track to track.
Motoland.
You
I love
could-
that place.
Yeah, Motoland's sick, but you could go ride the main track at Redbud and then go down and do a practice on the night.
Remember Motoland right after Redbud when they do the Pro-Am and there
Yeah, I
was
did
it when
that
he wasn't
Pro-Am.
Kennard there? Didn't he go one year when he was still riding the 250 class? He showed up and everybody just got super pissed because they were like, "Are you kidding me?" He just got like second at the national the week before.
I don't remember when.
But it was allowed though.
The year that I last did the Pro-Am at Motoland was Blake Wharton with the big hair.
Yeah.
And a bunch of those guys like that, like some serious privateer, like.
Dude, there was a
powerhouse
lot of
guys.
money on the line.
Yeah.
That shit was great.
I got
mean,
like none of it, but that's okay.
yeah. Well, I mean, when you're racing Blake Warren, he's riding for Geico.
It was really, it was really
Gordon
fast.
a bad dude. He's kind of underrated.
Yeah, he was also the same dude I ever seen in an amateur national ride 85 14 to 15 and then ride 450B all on the same day.
Wow.
He was in that KTM group back when there were like 900 classes in amateur nationals. I remember him at Lake Whitney. He rode 85 14 to 15 stock mod, Super Mini 1, Super Mini 2, Schoolboy 1 2, 250B stock mod, 450B stock mod, open, 4-stroke, 2-stroke open, and he won all of them.
I don't understand.
And I'm like,
Cold
how is that
Beer
even possible?
Because there was like 8 classes and there was a stock and mod version of each.
Dude, back in the day, they used to do 250 Pro stock mod. Like literal, but see, it's not like nowadays where you can put an exhaust. You literally had to ride a box stock 250F.
Which I wish they could bring it back. But
Dude, that was back in the day when like amateur nationals were cool and there was 9 million classes and you
bring
had
back the box stock class.
Oh, it was great, man.
Have you ever raced Whitney? Lake Whitney?
Dude, that was one of the greatest tracks ever. Greatest
Well,
dirt
the only
ever.
amateur national I did Mini O's when I was on 50, and I did Loretto's. That was it.
I miss going to amateur nationals. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
Bring it back, dude.
Well,
Let it
you
come in.
know, maybe if I don't break myself this year, we might be able to go somewhere.
Well, you guys, you
I
got
love
some,
an amateur
some
national.
kids.
Dude, put
That'll
Code
make things up.
tell Code Tribe to put me on a program. I'll do Loretto's 30 plus.
You
You got to start
30 plus
right
BC?
fucking now.
I'll do BC.
You're gonna do-
I could make it in BC.
yeah, you definitely couldn't do it in 25 plus.
You could
I could
actually. Oh, you're talking about vet BC.
I could
okay.
make that BC.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
25 plus, you'd be racing like 10x pro dudes that all have like
I
podiums.
definitely don't think I could make it in 25 plus.
You would make it, but you might not do very good.
That's fine. I don't.
You
even
got to
know.
race against Brad Smith kind of guys and Mike Brown.
Brad.
Good luck.
I mean, fucking Ricky Carmichael raced 25 plus. So.
Hey, Robbie Rayner gave him all he
And
could handle that third moto though. Dude, I just missed those days, man. Those days were awesome. Going to Loretta's.
Look, maybe at some point here, she'll get enough money we can sponsor you to do that.
Well,
Do a
before
whole-
Hey, how cool actually, I know that everybody's probably getting super pissed right now, but how cool that would be though, I don't really care. I mean, if it was Cole, it'd be cool because obviously he's part of the show, but if not, it was somebody else. But it'd be cool to like just document something like that.
Yeah.
Going to the
I thought about
races,
it, the road to
doing
Loretta.
the old school shit like, hey man, we're actually like preseason training, we're going to qualifiers, which by the way, anybody that is interested in doing a Loretta Lynn regional, you can just show up to a qualifier and then send your shit in and you get to go.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
don't
and if
even,
a
don't do
regional-
the area qualifier. It's a
No,
fucking scam.
It is a scam. It's totally, you can get like 30th at the area qualifier, send your shit in and go.
You
We
send
did
your
it.
money
What?
and you go right to the regional.
Dude, we
Yeah,
did
you
it
know
plenty. We did it plenty of times. We won our first moto, and then the bike blew up second moto, and we're like, and we did. We got accepted to
Yeah,
the
you
regional.
just send your money in there. You can go
They
to the
don't care,
regional.
dude. They don't give a shit,
It's a money grab. It's a. I'm not
This sounds like I should go to a regional.
dude. You could get.
you could go to a regional.
Hey, you know what?
Do
Here's
they
the
have
thing.
qualifiers for D class? Because I didn't know that.
Here's the thing. You go to the
No, I
regional.
gotta race. I gotta race BC with it.
Here's the thing. You do the regional. You get 20th of the regional. You can send your shit in. You might even get an alternate spot.
Especially
That's
for
not
vet.
a lie.
Especially for vet, because half those
Yeah.
guys got to work or something.
Yeah, man.
Which
Like-
realistically, if the show made enough money, it wouldn't be bad for us because we would go down there to work anyway and do coverage and stuff anyway. So it's like if I got into race, okay, cool, great.
Because
I'm
isn't
just racing.
Loretta's a great time?
It's fun even if you don't race.
It is a great time.
Well, that's what
Like,
There's
it is-
no way he's finishing motos at Loretta Lynn.
Why?
He can just
hard
putt
as
around.
fuck.
He can just putt around.
I was gonna say, why? Why can I
It
not
really
go out and
hasn't
get
been
40?
that hot when I've been.
Why
down
can
there.
I not
No,
just
it's
go
not-
get
that's
40?
kinda
Yo,
thing in the past.
it's not like the old days, like 07 Nico, Stroop, and Kennard, where it was 115
It
every
ain't,
day.
been, it ain't been like that.
And I watched Kennard pass out on the podium after every moto.
Even if it is, like, I can go putt around for 20 minutes in that shit. I mean,
if you're an
whatever.
alternate, you can go ride practice.
yeah, you go ride practice where the track actually has sand on it.
I don't know. We might.
And you can get a cool AMA tech sticker for the frame. Look like you're.
I got
somebody.
one of those on the 450. Remember?
Yeah, I got
then
one
I
on
could-
my
MX
truck.
Pro Sports.
And then I
got
could go
one on my
Gary
truck.
Semick style with a stick and stand in the mechanics area and smack your hand every time you go by.
It's totally fine.
You're like, you're fucking sitting down too much.
No,
No,
I'll
that
go
was
by the
Gary
mechanics
Bailey.
area and be like, I'm in Loretta's! Look at me!
No, that was Gary Bailey. Gary Bailey would smack you with a horsewhip.
I mean, dude, there was just fucking him, Tishner, Semick, I don't know.
All right, anything else for the halftime?
No, man, but that was great, though.
Dude, I ranted.
I love it.
Did we tinfoil hat?
I don't have any tinfoil hats
Okay.
this week.
What else do we
What?
usually do during halftime?
No.
There isn't anything, man.
All right, let's get into this 250s, because I feel like we're
okay,
going to
all right,
talk.
hold on, relax. Let me run the show.
All right,
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Can you calm down?
No, man, I'm amped
Because
up.
we have to keep to it here. All right, that's been your Complete Racing Solutions halftime report. Remember, pick up your Coach Rob digital cookbook at CoachRobStore.com. Link in the description down below. And now, jumping into our 250 race recap, brought to you by our friends at 50 Grafx, who provide excellent graphics. And if you know how to put them on, they look even better. But if you don't,
They still
like
look
me,
good.
they still look good. They just might have some creases in them because I suck. So whatever, it's fine. All right, let's start this off here. We just watched the 250 main actually on the TV there. So Vialle, wow, look at this.
Hell yeah!
One every 10 years he gets right.
This asshole, I swear to God, he does this.
Hey, one every 10
you pick
years here.
No, I picked him to win the championship.
Dude,
Because Vialle's my guy.
he's been picking Vialle since he came
Anybody
over.
that's
This is
a
my
GP guy.
GP.
He's been 1
This
year.
is my GP example.
He's been 1 year.
This is my GP example.
Anstey
He's gonna
came
come
here.
over and just lay wood,
No,
baby.
Tom Covington, Big Air Tom came over, and Covington was his guy.
Covington's gonna just
Anstey
dominate.
came back over here. Anstey's his guy. He was winning Daytona on the 450.
Dylan Ferrandis.
Ferrandis came over. It was his guy. It took him a while to get going.
Did he get going and what now?
He
How many
got
titles
going.
he got?
He
Shut
got
up.
going. He got going. Who else came over here?
Oh, I don't know. Ken Roxon, Marvin Muscan.
I don't know. We didn't have the show when they showed up in the States.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah.
every single one, Tom, has come over, and it's. But anyway, Vialle is looking real good. Now,
do you credit,
Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. I'm gonna hear. Just go for it.
do you credit his success to his new program?
Yeah, I do. Well, and I.
riding with a guy like Sexton and like
Kenny.
riding in a light-hearted mood environment instead of Baker.
I mean, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, and
Vialle?
we talked about this like when he first came over. I told him like the Baker thing
he's
wasn't.
not
gonna-
riding with Sexton right now.
No, I know he's doing the Baker thing.
Sexton's at the bakery.
And they're actually Vialle's dipping his toes in and out, but like whatever.
What?
Yeah, they're
Sexton's
they're
at-
not under the
Sexton-
Baker program, but they're riding at the Baker factory.
Okay, they got their eyes on him.
No, I think that they're just there. There's a lot of there's a lot of
There's some things going on behind
there's some
the
things
scenes
going
here.
on behind there.
That's
But,
also
like,
good
There's a lot of
'cause
weird stuff that goes on.
But I credit that a lot to his program. But like I always said, him going to Baker's compound was not going to work because everything they do there, Tom already did it over in the GPS.
Mhm.
But like, yes, I agree with that. I think it, and also I think it took him a year to get adapted to American lifestyle, and it's the stuff we don't talk about. Like, hey man, now you need like getting your whole situation, getting your home life, not with females, just a home
Maybe.
life.
Is he
Fair.
married?
Plural.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Tom's a
that-
good looking
so
dude,
that-
man. He can have multiple
So
women
in
on his
other words,
Ah.
he's crushing.
Yeah,
it.
probably.
Tom Vialle, I
come here to beat Hayden Deegan.
You know.
This is my god. We need to start making memes of
Oh,
Vialle and
that's
Degan
great.
Ricky Bobby status,
Yeah.
dude. Oh, that's excellent.
Because it'd be great too if he got like into the 450 class before Coop like retires. So like then it's a French versus
French
like a,
versus American.
yeah,
thing,
because we all remember what Coop said about Marv back in the 250
my
days.
God.
But no, I think it has a lot to do with everything. Like everything going on in his life, getting adapted to American lifestyle. And dude, here's the thing, it was just inevitable. You don't become a 2-time world champion and not know how to win. Like he knows how to win. That's all he's ever done since he went pro. And like
Yeah, that
I
is
know
a good point though.
yeah, go ahead.
Car insurance.
Yeah, like paying your bills. We
Yeah.
don't think about shit like that. But like Tommy Searle, he talked about this in the Jace episode.
I love that guy.
He's like, yeah, all the stuff that I didn't really think about, like that, it's just second nature, like paying bills. Like, I didn't know where who did I pay my bills to? Like, I didn't know where to like get internet. Like, and this is obviously 2007.
Yeah.
But like Tommy talked about that on when he was with Gypsy. Like, the simple shit you don't think about as a human being, especially like Tommy was younger than Tom is. But you don't think about it. That
Yep.
like if you're stressed about that all week, you're not going to have a good week.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I think a lot of it is just getting acclimated. And I mean, like I said, it was going to happen.
Yeah.
Like, Tom was not going to come over here and fail. Like even
No.
if a lot of people believed he was going to, he's been too successful up to this point to fail.
Do you credit any of him winning these last 2 rounds? Last week was obviously weird because it was so wet. Okay.
Yep, Daytona.
This week, obviously, we didn't have any whoops.
I
Does
mean-
that contribute to this at all? Because I made that comment on the reaction show last night of like, look, he's obviously riding better because you have the rest of the track still.
Yeah.
But no whoops last night. Last week's whoops, we saw the best guys in the world go into them and slam the brakes and tiptoe through them like they're in a damn ultracross or something. So
I would say 2 things to that. The first one is everybody had to ride the same track.
mm-hmm.
And the second thing I'll say is that's part of it, but look how well he was riding at Arlington when he was working his way through the pack.
Yeah, like
So, and we know he's going to rhythm through at the end of the night.
Yeah.
So I don't think the whole getting on top and banging through him is going to be an issue because we know by the end of the night he's not going to blitz him. He's going to rhythm.
Yeah. Marv's out there like you tap here, you triple there, you
Yeah.
quad there.
Exactly.
He's a tactician too. Marv's a great guy to have
Oh yeah.
showing you the
Well,
ropes.
that's another guy that shows you a little more in life. Like, hey man, when I moved here, this is how I pay my bills.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is here's who I got MetroNet here. I'll give you with this coupon. You know?
I agree with
And
this
Matilda
coupon.
too can help a lot with that.
God, I hope Tom's making more money than that.
so.
I'll say that the
A coupon? God.
I mean,
having
you don't
Marv-
stay rich by
Yeah, I mean,
giving it away.
Oh, okay.
having Marv
Facts.
be his
Says a guy that makes $21 an hour.
happens.
Unbelievable.
Whatever.
having Marv work with Tom Vialle is a good thing because, well, as Dan Pena says, success leaves clues, right?
Yep.
And you go and you learn the new tracks and you get a feel for all that stuff and you get a feel for just life in general here.
Yeah.
Totally fucking different allegedly than it is over there. So having an influence like Marv and his wife and
Marv's
people
awesome.
like that are great.
Yeah, especially if you don't really have a lot. Like, I mean, I assume now Tom's made friends.
Yeah.
But like, you don't have a lot of people in your corner. Marv, Matil, hey man, we're gonna do Sunday dinners.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what Tom's home life was when he's back in France and back in the GPs, but I assume just seeing what I have seen of his dad Fred, very tight knit as far as the home front goes. So like when you come over here and you don't have that, and then you have somebody that's gonna, especially somebody that can speak your own language,
Yeah, right.
that's definitely gonna put you at ease during the week. And once again, I'll say this, and everybody's gonna be like, "Ah, whatever." Like it was a matter of time. Like Tom wasn't now, depending on what that success looked like, but he wasn't gonna come over here and fail.
Not
Like,
as
he's-
long as Joe Shimoda for sure. Like
Yeah.
it took Joe at least 3 years to get it.
And he's already
he's
had.
still figuring it out.
Yeah, he's still figuring it out. I like Joe, but Joe's still working his own shit out. But yeah, and I mean, this championship is still way up in the air. We still have 5 rounds to go, I think, as far as the East Coast Series goes.
Yeah.
But Tom is definitely like, if he goes and wins Indy this weekend, which Triple Crown, we'll see.
That's difficult. Right
It's gonna be really hard to come out of Indy and go, yeah, man, this
That's my pick right there for this weekend. Triple Crown.
this championship is not, it's not his to lose. Because I wouldn't say it's his to lose at this point. It's up in the air.
Okay.
But I say that if Tom does go and win Indy this weekend, I think now it comes to, it's not signed, sealed, and delivered, but it's his to lose.
Percentage that he wins this title.
I'll put a wager on it with you.
I don't bet.
What a pussy.
Yeah, he don't pay.
That's exactly what we
he,
said.
don't, he don't pay up.
No.
Shut the fuck up. What right now? I would say 60-40.
You think it's more
Fair.
likely that he wins the
Yeah,
championship?
yeah.
Make a wager with me. Let's make a bet on
He
this.
doesn't bet.
Nah, I
I've
don't
tried this. I've tried to gull him into
No, I
wagering
don't.
for years.
Yeah, I had to pay up on you for some bullshit.
The Justin Hill thing.
It was a Justin
Yeah.
Hill thing.
Why you don't?
What
think-
did I win the bet on him on?
It was Max
I don't
Anstey.
remember.
Max Anstey winning a moto.
Max
Why-
and Steve winning Daytona or something.
Yeah.
Why
By the
you
way,
don't-
when you're leaning back like that, you're probably not the camera.
You don't think he's gonna win it?
I'm 60-40.
No.
I'm with you.
Yeah,
60-40?
I'm right in that range
I'm
too.
a-
I'm
Yeah,
taking.
believer.
He's looking good.
All right. Well, I mean, do you
Well,
guys? have any-
McAdoo's second.
Deegan
Look,
could easily
you
do
know,
it
the
too.
craziest thing about this is Vialle got like what in Detroit? He was the worst out of all of them.
18.
Yeah.
He was the worst out of all of them.
Yeah.
Now he's got the points lead.
Now he's got
Imagine if that motherfucker would have got fifth.
And apparently, and we didn't see it because we didn't see any of it. Apparently, he was running faster lap times at the end of the main over everybody else.
Yeah.
And none of us saw it.
There was a whoop section there too.
Yeah. that's
So
true.
it's like you start factoring in, and I know coulda, shoulda, woulda. People
Yeah.
are gonna say the same thing about Deegan and McAdoo. But it's like, yeah, you start going on it, but hey, man, it doesn't matter. He's got the points lead and he's won 2 in a row.
McAdoo is the same thing for me here. McAdoo got second. McAdoo is the same thing I've been saying all year. I'm just waiting for the other shoe to drop, man.
How many rounds, though, do you... And we can agree, it's just his luck. I mean, look at the Romano thing.
Yeah.
Like, but how many rounds do you have to go with him before it's like, okay, maybe that's just not going to
Through
happen?
the season.
McAdoo?
Through Supercross?
Yeah, he's got to make it through Supercross.
Oh, so he's got to make it literally down to the last round.
I gotta see him get through the
100%.
season.
All right.
100%, because that's just his luck. It's like Hammaker.
What do you
Look
say
at
if-
Hammaker last night? Same thing.
Is it the claw?
Oh my God! Stop it.
Stop with this crap.
Stop with the claw.
So here's the thing, though. Where, if, just hypothetically, if you...
Is it the claw?
Stop. Hypothetically, if you were to take that out of the equation and you were just to go with the way he's ridden, what is your thoughts on that? The way he's just ridden.
He's
to this
rode
point?
really well.
So where do you think he would be moving forward if you don't take out the what you think could happen of him getting?
I think it's a
Is
battle.
he fast enough right now? Because last night he got dropped.
McAdoo?
I mean, last night he got dropped, and
I don't know, I think
You don't
still
have to be the
pretty
winner
fast.
every week.
I don't know if he has the
the
raw speed, but I don't know if he's got this. I don't know if he's going full VRM now.
If he is, then maybe, man. But I don't know.
I don't see
Like
any
con-
VRM out of McAdoo.
I'm listening to him talk a little bit in some of his post-race interviews and
trying to
stuff.
dunge it along.
I do really like the way
He's trying to dunge it.
He's trying to dunge it.
I just wish he was a little less straight edge.
Which
Yeah.
is weird. Which is weird because it's not like up until this
Just a
point.
dash of J-Law in there.
He really
I
wasn't
wish he
straight
had a
edge.
splash of J-Law because of what I showed you. I
Oh.
would have been running with it.
In your hand.
But like, I would have been like, I was riding my balls off out there. Like, I would have been running into it a little bit
Yeah.
more.
I don't think his family would allow that.
That's
And
what
I-
I'm saying.
Yeah.
Now, if this would have been Dean Wilson and he's podiuming
Oh,
and this
yeah.
happened to
And
him,
then his dad probably would have said some stupid shit like, "It's small."
oh, you pipsqueak.
All right. So Hammaker gets third.
Very impressive.
I think one more lap, dude, he gets McAdoo.
Yeah, I think so,
Probably.
too.
And this is another guy. You start looking at his luck, everything, and we'll get to
He's
what
same
happened.
thing. I'm waiting for
But
the
it's-
shoe to drop, man.
But it's like, holy shit, dude. This is like what everybody's always talked and like why I'm also a big Hammaker supporter. It's like, dude, his raw speed, like when he's on it,
yeah.
like
I'll tell you what. He was pissed last night when they talked to him before the LCQ.
he
thought
was all joyful.
I thought he was okay. But then when they talked to him on the podium, I was like, oh, wow, you're like real pissed about that.
I mean,
like
dude-
real
About what?
pissed.
The Degan thing.
Degan situation. Now, we can get into that too. Anybody put any blame on Hammaker for that?
No.
Thank you.
People are like,
dude.
like
We'll-
Dax, like
We'll
what?
talk about it more in the Degan
No, Degan.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
I want the bed bugs to come out. after
No,
this.
man, that was not his
everyone
fault. Like, bro, when you, especially now, like talking about the whole Dax thing, like Dax checked up, he pivoted. Like, dude, when you're on the start, especially at that level, like you don't have, like, your not peripherals are not like expanded out that far.
No.
So
Nor
like,
do you give a fuck either. I
how,
wanna
how in the
get
hell did he think that Hayden was literally going to cross all the way over on him and saw off his front end?
Yeah.
Everybody's like, oh, like, yeah, it's like Seth had it checked up. I'm sorry, dude. If that's just a normal, they're racing to the first turn and it's them in a battle, fine. Your awareness is a lot more heightened. But in the first turn, you're so locked into that first turn and you're worried about not just running into someone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're
No.
along for the ride, no matter what.
All right. Pierce Brown fourth. Who would think that Pierce Brown in the first 4 rounds of this series is the most consistent guy out of everybody?
I also would have thought he would have had to have a win by now to be in the points at any, like, still.
Yeah, but nope. Apparently you can go 5-5-5-4 and be right there.
He Tim Ferries this time.
He Tim Ferry's this title.
Just like he never even gets on the box.
Still waiting for the other shoe to drop on him though.
I really like their team, but they don't really have anybody right now.
Gas.
Like, Pierce Brown is good, but, like, they don't have, like, a holy shit, he's here kind of guy, you know?
No.
Ryder D's doing freaking Worx races and getting taken
Which
out by
is
Justin
weird,
Heft.
right?
Justin Heft is taking him out.
Which is weird, right?
Yeah, like why is
He doing that on the off?
Yeah, and he's
weekend?
losing
Yeah, I
too,
don't
and
know.
he's losing too.
All right, Jeremy Martin 5th. Okay.
Very
to see
good.
him
I
back.
thought he was done.
I was
so to
like,
see him at
please
fifth-
don't crash. Please don't crash.
Yeah,
Please finish.
yeah.
Bro, the body listened this time.
Yes, it did.
The body listened to the brain.
He must have been doing a lot of,
And
maybe a lot of grounding, some manifestation, really connecting his body.
he sat in front of a mirror before that man. He was like, "You're gonna do what I want you to do.
You're gonna finish this race.
You're gonna
Did I
finish
miss
this
something
race."
He was praying to the universe.
We said that his brain works faster than his body and his age, and with all his injuries last week, and now obviously this week, his body was working the same speed as his brain. So
I was like the grounding and stuff. I'm like, maybe they're onto something I don't know about.
no, we
He's putting some battery cables on his balls.
Jesus.
with the grounding stuff, I know that's real. That's very much a real thing. So I was like, really?
Yeah.
He had Alex come in and tell me so.
All right. Jalik Swoll 6th, and let's talk
Very
about this Swoll
On
versus
Hymas crime.
Hymas situation.
It was Brown crime, not Times crime.
It was Hymas on Swoll, and then it was Swoll on Hymas. The Swoll on Hymas was total payback and was totally acceptable in my eyes. Anybody got any issue with it? Anybody have any issue with the Hymas thing at first?
No.
Not
I want
really.
them all. I want them all to be banging bars. I
Yeah.
think they're both great individuals.
Look, I just love too that like Jalik at this point is just accepting who he is. This is who he is.
This is who he is.
He's accepting who he is, and he just
Hymas?
no sleep.
I'm
Jalik.
not gay no more.
Did we figure out?
Oh, careful, you. They click that. He's gonna comment.
Did we figure out?
If that's his kid.
Yeah, somebody told me it was his brother. I was like, this is pretty big age
Wow.
difference.
I don't really think so, but okay.
I think I saw that on Twitter, but I think the guy was full of shit. But
Probably.
the father-in-law band.
What?
We still couldn't figure it out.
Wait, he's not married,
His
is he?
chick's dad is a lead singer of a really good
The
band.
Go Go Dolls.
Oh.
Yeah, that had like a really famous song, but I don't remember what it is.
Okay, good job.
No, but
I'm very surprised about
Thanks.
Jalik Swoll coming back and coming out swinging, especially again this week because
That bike's
new
good.
bike, new team,
Bike's
new,
good.
And I think
Bike's
that-
unproven
Passes the
rider.
test for me.
And here's the thing, I think that whole program fits him because for a long time I think there was all this pressure on him coming out as an amateur and he just wasn't living up to it and he was just kind of doing some shithead things. But
Jesus.
now he's at the point though
That'll
that
clip for sure.
now he's at the point though that like we've said this, all the pressure's on Joey.
Mm-hmm.
It's not on Jalik and clearly it's not on Fair.
Jalik's doing exactly the same thing.
He's
he
doing
does-
what Tribe wants him to do.
and he's doing what Jalik does. Again, he got a start last night, ran up front for a while. That's fine. How's that phone going? Is that good?
I'm just laughing about this guy that said your upside down grips gave him AIDS. And it just turned into an off the rip.
Honestly, I believe that he's gonna just continue to do this. I think he's just gonna be top 10 in both series all year, and
I think so too, man. It's so the really positive about this is that it validates that bike
yeah.
because he's the
Yeah.
same thing. He's the same rider he was before.
Would love to
Yeah,
see
a little
Evan
better
Ferry
out.
come back for Indy. I don't know what his timing is.
So you think we see Ferry at all this year?
No, man, we'll see him at Paula.
See you, Paula.
See you at Paula.
See ya.
Adam.
See outdoors.
They're saying he's supposed to be back for Indy.
Yeah, they also said Joe Reynolds would have won 2 titles by.
He got
Let me-
No, they didn't say that.
Let me ask you this.
He said that.
let me ask you this. How long before they have a
Come to Jesus meeting?
Easy.
primary sponsor for that team?
Well, I mean, Monster Energy sponsors the GP team, so.
Would
I
they
know,
want to,
I
though?
know a gentleman that's pretty involved with that team. I could probably find out.
What's the name?
I don't know. Don't worry about it. I'll ask him.
It's Frederick.
It's Frederick.
No, I'll ask him another time.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So, but yeah.
Joey's got to win a title for them to get sponsored.
Do you want to have if you're Triumph and you don't care about the bottom line in your first 2 years because you're launching a bike? Do you care about having a title sponsor?
They want one. I know they want one, but at the same time, the way it was talked about
Road race at all?
is that
I
they
don't know. Maybe.
were going racing whether they had one or not. But I know they're actively looking for one. So
Are they? Do you know if they're in road racing at all, Triumph?
I'm not sure.
And who their sponsors maybe
I'm
on that side of
not
things?
sure, but if they are, it's not MotoGP or World Superbike or any of
Let me
that.
see Triumph.
Isle of Man for
Moto
sure.
America, maybe? Moto America series?
Maybe I don't know.
I don't know either.
I'm not
Maybe
sure.
this Netflix series.
I know
comes out and Ryan Reynolds
their
sponsors
big
them.
thing, and
Sponsors up
they
here.
talked about this on Pulp when they had the whole bike release and stuff. I know their big thing is to do like the scramblers and the dual sport thing, or adventure off road, and like the kind of whatever you want to call it, hipster bike
Yeah.
situation. That's their big thing, and they're coming into Moto because they want to generate a younger crowd to be able to carry people through into their older years, as
Well, they're
opposed to having to
British.
find them when they're older.
Well, they're
Yeah.
British.
Yeah.
Company, so it makes sense.
Um,
I'd like to.
They do have a road race team, but it's their primary sponsor looks like it's a company, Dynavolt.
Interesting.
Yeah, well, like we've talked about, I believe that if Joey produces outdoors, I think that that's really going to kickstart off for them moving forward.
He's
So-
gonna be allowed on the 250 again.
Yeah, he's racing outdoors. With
Outdoors, you can, yeah.
It's gonna
Now,
kickstart Kenny then.
Kickstart
to the top.
Kenny.
so, but he's only a few spots better than Jalik, right?
No, I think he's way better than Jalik. I think Joey's going to be up front. I don't think he's gonna win championship, but I think he's gonna win front.
I mean, I'm saying, yeah, he's better than Jalik, but I just don't know about how many spots. Because I would say Jalik outdoors is a... Well, I mean, we've seen him get podiums, so I would say he's a 3 to 9th place guy. Right?
Oh, I mean, if you're going in that broad of a... Then, yeah, if you're going in that broad...
So
then
I
for
would
sure.
say Joey's, like, in that same...
Except the
realm.
difference is I think that Joey can win motos, not championship. Or he can win motos, where I just think that Jalik probably can't.
Jalik's won motos.
1-8.
Oh, also,
Okay.
some news here.
Oh, boy.
This is
Okay.
about NASA.
NASA stands for not a
Oh.
space agency.
Towers.
Damn it!
Towers is back on an NSA bike.
Shocking. Yeah, you want
Really?
to know why? Because he got whooped at Freestone.
What's NSA?
So Bobby was
NSA
like,
now
National
sheriffs.
Sheriff's
so Bobby
Association.
Reagan was just like, hey, I forgot I signed you. You're going back to the other team.
Yep.
Yeah, you want to know why? Because he
Interesting.
went to Freestone this week and Drew Adams put 30 seconds on him.
No shit.
Andrew
Oops.
Short almost beat him too, and he
Yeah.
ain't been riding in years.
I didn't watch Freestone.
Andrew
I
Short
didn't watch
showed
it.
up and got third in Open Pro.
I didn't-
Sport.
Get out of here.
I
Swear
didn't
to God.
I didn't watch it. I just looked at the results. Drew, like, there was one of the motos, they literally started together and Drew put 30 on him.
This is the type of crap that
That Jett Reynolds did?
that makes me look at these kids and be like, what are we doing?
Well, that somebody made that comment. I don't know if it was Denny Stevenson or somebody was just like, if you guys aren't beating Andrew Short after he retired 10 years ago, and he still shows up at Freestone and gets third, what are you doing?
Because he's not on a factory bike either. Like, he bought that bike.
Dude, there were 2 B kids. They're like one of them's Cali's Caden Dudley. He's like he's the next big thing at Cali. Caden. No, like Gordon's. They're in the A class. Caden Dudley's
He's the next B coming up to A.
I didn't know that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it must be new.
So Caden Dudney and Luke Fowser, they both are in the B class and they both ran faster lap times than Gavin Towers did.
Here's the thing. I don't think you should be able to go from B to pro. I think you should have to ride A.
What about James Stewart?
Don't care.
Right now,
You should have to ride A for
no,
a year.
Give me a reason.
Because what's happening is that
Sorry, I really sent this off.
that
the
you're
rails
now
again.
making
Go
you're
look
making
at
the,
Caden Dudney.
you're making the A class pointless.
I agree with that.
Because what's basically been happening is all these kids have been going from B directly into the pro ranks.
And then
So
ones
what
that
the
don't
hell's the
make it-
point? What's the hell's the point of A class?
For the guys that don't do that.
It's stupid.
Oh,
You should
number-
have to ride A
number
for a
40?
year.
Yeah.
He's on a super mini. There's no way.
No,
you're
man,
running
that's
faster.
old.
All right. Anyway,
Jesus.
moving on.
Well, it looks like he doesn't have Instagram, so good for him.
Quick
That's-
question.
Yeah.
We in the
Oh
intermission
no, that's a
we
pin
missed.
post. My bad.
What the hell is happening with that light?
You keep
Oh.
what the fuck is Justin?
Hey guys, how's it going?
In the intermission, you were supposed to reveal
guy?
your situation with grips. So what do you like for grips?
Oh, I like those half.
we
I like
forgot
those,
to talk about that during halftime.
I like those ODI half
Let's
waffles.
save that for the
Yeah,
end.
anyway.
Was that yours that I was asking about? That was
Yeah,
yours.
yeah,
for the
yeah.
end. I like the Kevlars, by the way.
Anyway, okay, moving on here. So Dax Bennett gets 7th.
Just
Okay.
kind of where he's
I
at.
think
Yeah.
he's just doing.
That's
He's
fine.
doing all right.
He's going to be a serious contender next year.
Yep,
Think
100%.
he's better than Juju though.
I think he's better than.
Gavin Towers, clearly.
I think he's better than a Honda guy.
Hymas?
Yeah.
Hymas has got a lot of injuries though.
Yeah,
I think that they're both like the next
I
guys.
think Hymus will be the next.
I think
guy.
Juju, man. But I've been on that man.
Anyway, Cody Shock gets 8th, and you're
All right.
fired up. Okay,
Oh,
here we go.
Some
2
bitch.
minutes ago, I
Okay,
pointed at the
you know
screen,
what?
that's all I
Is
was
it
pointing
broke?
You know what?
It's broken.
Yes.
You know what? Hold on.
It's broken.
Let's just get into our Isaac Nelson Designs Deegan Danger Zone here.
No, we haven't got the Degan.
He's 9th. So we'll just get in there because Justin's gonna go off here. Go ahead.
I am just
Floored.
I love the move.
fucking hating Deegan.
That's a lot for 7th, man.
That is
I
a
love the
lot
move.
for 7.
That's a lot for 7th
And
place.
let's talk about Cody Shock, who here was super pumped for him getting that heat race win.
That was great.
Yes.
Start to finish.
I mean, for me, it was a lot more of like a silver lining too, because of Phoenix dumping his ass, getting a shot
Also-
at it.
So I assume, well, I know that you don't follow this much stuff as we do.
like you. So you guys know like the whole club thing. Like he didn't have a ride, showed up on a 2-stroke.
You know he paid to get that ride? You know how much he paid to
The
get that
club?
ride? Yeah, he paid to get that ride. You know how much he paid to get that ride?
Doesn't surprise me.
$60,000.
How much?
$60,000.
How'd you find this
Did he
out,
get
Mike?
them?
I know people.
Okay.
People
Who?
that
It's very
Why
common.
the fuck? What the hell?
It's very common for guys to buy.
Okay,
the
No,
ride.
no, that we know. That we know. We know that it's going on at the end of time.
Did this
That's how-
person say you could drop that news?
I'm not saying the person's name, so I don't think it matters, does it?
I don't know. Maybe they won't give you no information.
I mean, maybe
anymore.
not. If I just don't have information, I just don't have information.
I'm trying to pull
60K, hard news here.
I'm trying to pull together 60 grand to get Cole on a factory Kawasaki for 2 rounds.
I'm good.
My point is,
I
is
have no
that
desire to work that hard.
this man did not have a ride going into the season, and we all know why, even though his salary was nothing
Did he
compared
make that back with the heat win, you think?
to... God, I hope so, because now
I
he's
don't even
out.
make shit for heat win.
Now he's out.
Mhm.
I have no connection to Cody Shocker whatsoever.
Who say he broke his collarbone? Because his Instagram
That I
post-
don't know.
His
It's-
Instagram
I saw
post
it today.
doesn't say
Didn't
that.
say anything about it. Some
I saw-
people were
I saw
saying
something
that.
today.
Yeah.
Somebody said somebody from the team. This wasn't Vialle.
Roto said the team manager guy
Yeah.
was like, yeah, he broke his collarbone.
So
Oh.
I have no
the
connection to
team
Cody
manager
Shock.
wasn't even there, by the way.
I have no connection to Cody Shock, but we can all appreciate his story. Kid that just wasn't a top kid as an amateur, rode 2 strokes pretty much his entire life. Wasn't a 4-stroke guy, like didn't get noticed because of it. Gets hurt at literally his first pro race, came up out of nowhere, had that great season in 2021 outdoors on the 450. Doesn't have a ride, keeps getting hurt, pays for his ride apparently now, wins a heat race, 5th in points or whatever it was, and you get blown out for 7th fucking place, and now
Hey,
your
easy
season
on that F word.
and now your season's done. Because apparently this was the one that he already had issues with. Like the reason why, like what was it, last year, whatever.
Oh.
Apparently he had issues with
Was
this
that the
already.
right one?
I don't know.
He didn't
Some-
really fall on the right one. Danger Girl put it on the front brake
Somebody,
and then
somebody-
hit him on the left.
somebody said it was he'd already had
Because he
issues.
went over
He already had
berm.
issues with this.
Well, hit
Either
him on the
way,
left and then went over that way. I
if
don't
he's
know.
out for Supercross and if this is one he had issues with, and that hinders going into outdoors, and we don't know what this whole club situation is going to be, and I hope that Brandon and all those guys realize his value, especially everything they just went with Enzo.
Oh,
But I'm here to tell you, man,
he just wasted 60 grand.
I am just super pissed about the whole thing. And I don't care who flames me in the comments or not. That, like, you start ruining people's career when you start doing dumb shit. Like
That move was over. It
It was over the top. It was
I'm
for seventh
7th place.
What's up?
Man.
I'm 100% about the move. I want to make it every fucking time. That for the last corner.
I'm just
For
not
7th
about it.
place?
I'm just
Yeah,
not
because
about
we're
it,
talking
man.
about who's going to win the championship. That's 1 point up for Degan.
I hate
That's
to break
1
it to you, Hayden
point
Deegan
down.
fans. Hayden Deegan ain't winning this title.
I don't
He's
think he
getting
put.
rougher now.
I don't think
He's
he's
out.
driving in that hard for 2 points. I don't know.
I'm all about it.
I'm about
I'm
aggressive.
about aggressive.
I'm about aggressive racing, man. But like the back end of somebody where you talk about Hayden's going to get paid no matter what, and you got Cody Shock who isn't going to get
Yeah,
paid.
I guess there's no feelings in racing for sure.
That's
But
some
I'm
VRM
just-
mindset, though.
I don't know, dude. I just think it was. I think it was a little much.
I think it was too much.
I mean, it sucks when you go down and get
If
hurt.
Cody Shock's there's in 3rd, cool. But dude, for 7th,
There wasn't a big opening there. It was like I'm using this guy as a wall, and that's the only reason.
For 7th one, here's the thing. You flopped the start, bro. You flopped your start in your heat race, which caused you to have to go to the LCQ, which then you flopped the start in the main, which then caused all sorts of issues. And then let's face it, Deegan doesn't have that raw speed this year.
not right now. No, he does not.
He's
Who are we watching now?
we're talking about Deegan.
Deegan fucking flies.
Dude, no way. He doesn't have the raw speed. He can't.
He wasn't flying last night.
He was also hurt, too,
Hammaker
right?
dropped him in the LCQ.
And everybody's gonna be like, "Well, he's already his tailbone. He doesn't. Yeah, you fucking."
Dude,
They're already
it
just setting it
sucks.
up to where, like, if he wins, he's a freaking hero, like he did. Oh, I put the pressure on Fortner. He crashed. I'm a hero. I'm superhuman. My wrist is fucked, and I'm.
It's
winning.
made of metal.
And then now it's like, oh, my wrist is hurt. I'm not riding the right way.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm getting sick and tired of, and somebody already said it. And I'm all for emotion, especially because we talk about we went through the Ryan years of robots. Like, show you care a little bit.
I like the emotion, but man, it's like,
But here's the thing.
you just look like a dick.
I'm getting sick and tired of everybody giving the excuse, well, he just really wants to win. Here's the thing, man. Everybody else there wants to win, and they don't act like an asshole. And you going over to Cowie, running your mouth?
That was dumb.
That was
What the hell is your
stupid.
problem,
Or
dude?
when you're yelling at Hammaker and then you shove his bike on the ground.
Dude, it's let's
You
put
can
it
have
this
some
way.
emotion. I am not saying that. I love the emotion. It shows you care because we talk about this all the time with the robots. Like I said, we went through the Ryan years where they're like, You know what a thing, Monster Kawasaki.
Look,
Show
well,
emotion.
and all the bedbugs are like, he's young, just let him
That
develop.
doesn't give you the
James
pass.
Stewart was 16.
Pastrana
all
was
these
16.
guys were 16, and they didn't act.
And
like
it doesn't give you a pass to act like an asshole just because you're young. Here's the thing, too. You're 18, and I understand our sport is a little bit unique in the fact that
You
you
gotta
can go
grow up in
pro.
our sport.
You can go pro when you're
Yeah.
not even out of high school, whereas
Yeah.
other sports you at least have to finish high school. I get that, but here's the thing: you're a professional now,
Yeah.
and we can all say we did dumb shit as kids. We weren't professionals.
Well.
This kid is a
That's
professional.
our sport. That's the landscape.
Here is the one thing I like about this, okay? I said last week.
Full villain.
Full villain.
Embrace
That's where we're
it.
at. We're full villain.
Because
That's
apparently
Brian
about the
Deegan.
Dazzy
Guess
thing.
what? If this was Vince Freeze, shit would be burning now.
Apparently about the comment you said about the whole Dazzy thing too, like that, like they're pissed about that now,
Yeah.
and they're coming for Jett and Hunter, which by the way that kid.
Wait, what? Hold on.
You said about
pause.
the not
Yeah.
Dazzy thing. I'm sorry, Myrtle. You said about
No,
Myrtle.
no, it was Dazzy that they went and tried to.
Oh yeah.
apologize
You
to.
said that, and now like the Deegans are taking like they're pissed about it.
Oh, is that like a thing? Is this like a vital threat now?
I thought you said this.
Well, no. Well, I mean, I said that they went and tried to apologize to Dazzy, saying, "Oh, it's just podium play or whatever you want to call it, of bantering back and forth." But no hard feelings, right? Dazzy was like, "No, fuck off."
Oh yeah.
So I don't know if they're coming for him now, but if they are, that's great. I mean, this is good for us.
I'm just sick and tired of the excuses. Look, he's a professional. Stop acting like an asshole.
I'm about that, but in my position, I am a fierce competitor, and
Yeah.
that's why I love Cooper Webb,
All
and that's
about it.
why I play minor pro hockey now, because I can go beat the piss out of people, right?
Mhm.
Well, the thing is that I want him to make that move,
Cooper,
and I want Cole to do that at a local race too for 6th place.
You're gonna tee off.
I don't want that. I don't want that image on me.
Look,
I don't want that image.
Cooper did a great job coming up through his career, and he still does, of being kind of like that bulldog, whatever. Cooper didn't flip somebody off every single race, throw people's bikes on the ground, and then go over to pits and try to
I'll agree with
Scream
this.
at
And
people.
he didn't saw everybody's front end off on the start and then blame it on everyone else.
Yeah.
If Hayden wants to in his comments say, "Yeah, I'm just better than everybody else and I'm doing this," I got no problem with that. Like, because you got to go back that up. Because if you don't, it just makes you look bad. But when you start actually doing physical actions and you start running your mouth to a different team, dude, no, I'm not about that. Like that never works out for anybody. Like, stop doing that.
and
He's
here's-
lucky he didn't get blasted when he did that.
Well,
Dude, I think that Seth's mechanic. What was it? God, that guy.
I
he's-
can't remember.
They grabbed Seth and were just like, go in the truck.
yeah.
Well, Seth's from Pittsburgh.
That was Seth's mom yelling at him.
Yeah. it was.
Seth's from Pittsburgh, so he'll go sock you in the face.
Well, here's what
I
I
like
said.
him, too.
Here's what I
Yeah.
said last night in the reaction show, and I'm going to say it again. He basically just doomed himself on these titles at this point because let's
Pissed a lot
face
of
it.
people off.
Let's face it. He's not faster than Seth, and Seth is not going to do a damn thing to let him by. And
And
in
if he's
fact,
not-
if you
yeah.
even do, there's a high prop. Seth's mom's not going to be there to get between the two of you on the track, buddy.
And if you're not faster than Seth, you're not faster than McAdoo. And if you're not faster than
Seth
McAdoo,
waxed
you're not
him in
faster
the
than
LCQ.
Vialle.
yeah.
So it's like,
He can go so fast though, you guys really don't think that he can?
No.
I don't think he
He
has
had
that speed
nothing
this
for him
year.
in the LCQ.
He had no,
I
he has,
mean, mind you, the week before, you've busted your ass like that before, right? In Soupy, when you got seat bounce jumps and shit and you're going through like choppy ruts.
apparently,
with a
yeah,
bruised tailbone, it
but
hurts
apparently
so bad.
McAdoo's riding with a cracked tibia.
Yeah.
yeah.
Both of them suck,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I get what you're saying, Tom, and we know at any point Hayden could just crack one off.
Like
and if
that.
he wants to go in the red, but now it's gotten to the point, especially like if he's just going to keep complaining these injuries, everybody's riding injured. Everybody's got something. It's just what you want to tell. We know this. I don't think this year, now maybe we go to outdoors, it's different, but we've talked about this in the past, like with Anderson when he was winning his title.
Yeah.
You can only piss off so many people, so
Which he
you're
has.
pissing everybody off, and that's why I made the joke about who's he going to piss off next week, Jalik. Well, here's the difference. You piss off Jalik, Jalik's actually going to put your ass on the ground.
Yeah.
I love that about him.
This, like, I said it last week, too. He wants to talk about Fortner cracking the pressure. Because he's got the pressure on him now, and look
Yeah.
what's going on.
Mhm.
And now you're 20 back? He's 20, right? He's pretty far back now.
And then we'll talk about the
Hold
incident
on,
off
let me
the
see.
track. He went off the track. And,
Oh, yeah.
And he panicked and fucking
Yeah.
Anderson style.
Yeah.
That's never worked.
I love how this is just like, that's an that's totally like, he pulled an Ando.
100%.
He's only 12 back.
12 back. He's still in it.
He's,
Yeah,
still, he's still in
Yeah,
it.
you guys are saying you
But
got no
he-
chance. He's gonna fucking
I didn't
win.
say he's got
think
no
it's
chance.
gonna be a lot harder.
But it's a lot less now, especially because Hammaker's pissed. Because like I said, I thought Hammaker was kind of like, whatever it is, what it is with that LCQ interview. And as soon as we got on the podium, and he's like, yeah, there's a lot I want to say, but I can't say it here on the podium, and I'm just super pissed about what happened earlier. Dude, I went, yep, he's screwed.
I do not consider Seth Hammaker to be a title threat at all this year.
Seth Hammaker's probably not a title threat.
He goes and gets another podium, though. He
but
is.
Seth Hammaker is
Running
a
up
big ass roadblock for Hayden Deegan to win this.
And here's the
title.
thing: 2 weekends in a row, he's beat Hayden. So like,
Yeah.
like I said, he goes and beats him again in Indy this weekend, and Seth's not that far back either out of the points either. And I know the shoe could drop.
It was the Degan show last night.
But
There were so many talking points.
I'm just looking at Hayden. You keep pissing people off. It makes winning championships a whole lot better when your starts aren't on point, as a Jett Lawrence would say.
Yeah.
So you got to come through the pack, like I said. You start pissing off everybody. Start pissing off Seth, and it doesn't look like it, but Seth is not a small kid by any means. He's not yoked, but he's not small.
No.
So, and he's got grit in him. He's from Pennsylvania. He's got that grittiness to him. He will take you out if you piss him off.
Yep.
I want to say the last night when I was watching the race for the third or fourth time, while I was working, I had a couple in me, and I was thinking to myself, man, remember when Pastrana was a rookie and he was so fast, but he couldn't fucking put it together and he would crash, and he was going through all these minor injuries and stringing them together?
Mm-hmm.
Well, who does that look a lot like right now? Looks a fucking lot like Degan right now.
Except Travis
I
didn't
don't
piss
think-
everybody
yeah.
off.
Well, here's the
though.
thing: who was the villain in the Pastrana era? Brian Degan was the villain, right? So
well, you're talking Supercross and freestyle. Those are two different things.
well, the same kind of thing though with his career path. So maybe not doing freestyle, but with the injuries
Yeah,
and
he's a
all
good
that
guy.
shit.
I just, like I said, Hayden, obviously, he could win in any moment, and he could prove all of us wrong.
And he probably will win another race.
But
this
right
year,
now-
at least.
But right now, he's not making it easy.
His stock dropped quite a bit. Like
And
a
this
lot of people are pissed at him.
And this
I
is
mean,
2
like-
weekends in a row that he has not had the raw speed to run up front.
Mhm.
You got a triple crown this weekend, anything, and luckily for them, they have rounds out. Like, this is the last East round for a while. So if he has any nagging injuries, he can go get healed up. But Detroit, even though it went through the crash, he didn't have the raw speed, I think, all day. And then obviously we go to Arlington, and Arlington had Fortner not crashed. He wouldn't have won that race.
Mhm.
So it's like, dude, everybody's just kind of inching away, and the fact that you got to rest up. By the time we get to East Rutherford, dude, he might not have anything for that. It might not matter.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. All right, so that's been your Isaac Nelson design.
Flame away.
Deegan Danger
Flame
Zone.
away, because I know you all will.
Yeah.
I don't know, man, because I didn't get flamed that hard last night calling him a crybaby. There were a few, but it wasn't a lot like it normally is. So.
Man, yeah. Like, have you seen the other angle of him yelling at Hammaker?
Yeah, the guy's TikTok from the stands
That's
or
like
whatever.
right in the stand, right in
Yeah.
it. And then he's like pissed at the Dig Dug for not being able to get the bike out.
Yeah.
And it's like I almost feel like he was bitching at Hammaker for not running back to his bike to get it out of the rear wheel. Because finally he runs around, goes to the other side,
Yeah.
gets it out, and slams it on the ground.
All I know
One of
is
those one of those things about being an adolescent guy, especially like a mid-teens kind of guy, is that you kind of don't know how to handle yourself when those emotions run high, right? You're kind of new to it.
Which is funny too.
Pastrana probably had plenty of times where his emotions could have ran
did
like
you
that.
see-
He didn't do it.
Did you see his Instagram post?
Stuart, when he was 16, could have
No.
done it.
Wow.
Because his Instagram was like, rough night, emotions got the best of me.
He didn't post that
We'll
himself.
see y'all.
Get the
I'm
fuck
not
out of
saying
yeah.
he did. I'm just saying, like,
all I know is that between Seth's mom getting in front of him, and then I can't remember Seth's mechanic, but he's been there for a while at the PC.
It was Dwyer, I think.
Yeah, he'll slap the shit out of you. Like
I'm all about, like, if something legitimately happens and y'all want to go fight in the pits, yes, let's put that on TV and get the ratings,
we'll
baby.
go back to the incident. You can do that shit all day in the amateurs because you come across like that in the amateur, the guy's going to shut her down.
Yeah.
You're in a pack with all the guys that were the top dog amateurs.
Mhm.
They ain't letting off. You got to know who you're racing.
And by the time it actually happens, you're already at the speed, so you're trying to barely make the corner anyways. So when someone does some shit, you can't really react to it because you're already at your max.
Especially
Yeah,
without
and everybody's like, oh, he's a bike length ahead. But by the time they started slowing down, no, he wasn't a bike length
Especially
ahead.
with how greasy that dirt was and how lime rocky it was. You start loading up on the brakes, you're gonna start skating across. So what the fuck is he supposed to do? The bike's not playing to the ground anymore. It's literally drifting across clay.
Plus,
But-
not in a dirty way, but I like leaning on guys a little bit when I'm coming into the corner.
I just
A la
look for
Cooper
Hayden.
Webb.
Okay, say Hayden. So say, just before we move on, say Hayden, whatever, they go over there, he's talking shit, and Seth's mom doesn't step in front of him, and then now Seth's actually in Hayden's face. What is Hayden gonna do? Like, this is the part that I laugh about that nobody I laugh about. Okay, dude, you've
Let him
chirped,
let him
you've
bitch fight. Our
chirped, you've
ratings will be
chirped
through
your
the roof.
entire life, and you've gotten away with people like basically covering you.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
What are
somebody
you gonna
say-
do? What are you gonna do if Hayden, if Seth actually gets in your face and nobody's in between you anymore? Because I'm telling you, that kid ain't throwing hands.
It's a sheltered kid thing,
Yeah.
right? You're kind of learning. how to
Brian is
handle
gonna be
this.
right there to grab a hold of him, and make sure his kid doesn't get smoked in the face.
Which I was found funny because Brian was
Yeah,
not
Chris,
there.
Chris Blackmer was gonna whip his ass at Minio.
Hayden?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he pissed off a lot of people. as an
I made
amateur.
this comment last night too, that this is the kind of stuff that I've heard about in the amateur series that we didn't see last year. And
Yeah.
I was like, huh, that's interesting. You know, like okay, maybe not. Maybe
It's
people
like
are.
the looking back and brake checking
Look
stuff.
at
that he
remember
was
the
doing.
Yeah.
Janik situation at Loretta's when they were still on Super Minis?
Yeah, he was all
Yeah.
pissed about that.
Yeah,
That was
exactly
his
too.
fault.
Dude, you landed on Janik.
Yeah.
He's in the futures right now, right?
Who, Janik? Yeah.
He
Well,
just keeps getting hurt.
All right,
Kids
moving
are
on
down.
here. Hymas gets 10th. Oh, by the way, too, we forgot with Deegan. He got docked 2 spots for that off-track excursion, which is great because I was gonna throw a fit if he didn't.
Did
He had, like,
anybody
3.
else that was in that little pack get docked off?
because that was him.
No.
I
That
wish
was-
the angle was a little wider so you could actually kind of look and see who he did pass.
We need that sky cam footage.
Because
Yeah.
Dax was right in front of him, right? Wasn't Dax right in front of him?
I don't know.
I think it was him. I think it was him, Dax, and Hymas maybe.
I don't know. They say nobody else did, but I'm not sure.
So I think that he had 3 incidents that they needed to get him for something. So that was the easiest one, right?
Yeah. All right. So Hymas 10th place.
Hey man, as long as he doesn't re-injure that knee.
It's already.
Well, at this point, it's
torn.
fucked. Yeah.
It's,
It doesn't
he's
matter.
he's got a torn ACL. The only reason he's riding is because he wasn't going to put in. He said he wasn't putting in all this work to not ride.
I've been
Like the
through
Supercross?
5 knees each side, right? And a lot of those was during my racing career. And sometimes you can ride it and it's just unstable, but you're kind of normal.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can barely fucking walk.
That's what
Well, you
Ricky
know,
said.
after
too.
Supercross,
I think the guys
we'll,
I were talking to, like, as long as your muscle build up around there,
Yeah.
you're fine.
we'll see in 2025
Did you ever do any
after
knees?
Supercross.
My ACL was pretty. I could do basically everything other than
Survived
like
did that same
sidestep.
thing to his
How did you do
meniscus.
yours?
I jumped
Fucking
off the
lost
back
it,
of my
he just didn't even
motorcycle in the
realize
parking lot
Yeah, 'cause the rest
and
was
landed
like
on
free
sideways. Yeah. So anyway, Henry Miller 11th, dude. Henry Miller just cracking
just
off
there, dude.
11s.
Hey, don't you wish you had fantasy?
Henry Ford, dude.
Henry
Henry-
Ford,
What?
1911.
I like,
Oh.
I like the name Henry. That's a good name.
Michigan.
Oh, Henry.
Oh, Henry!
One
Oh,
Travis-
Henry's just chugging along back there in 11th.
When Travis has a son 12 years from now, I could see it being Hank Ridenauer. Yep. I can
That'd
see
be-
it.
No, it'll be a T.
Yeah, be
should-
something with.
You
Well,
should
actually,
do
I don't know.
You got to do a Ricky ride now.
I got no. So
Ralph ride now.
I really like doing like the acronyms. So like right now it's nice because we have Travis, Ashley, Ellie, so we can do TEA, you know, or like with my parents and my brother,
TSA?
it was like 4 T's. So we gotta name it.
Is TLR your initials?
Yes.
Yeah,
it is.
Tiller.
No,
Tiller.
it's Lee.
Yeah. So we gotta name it. So like when I have a kid, it's gotta be named something that can go
Frank.
with that. Yeah, like something with an H or something, so we can do like heat or something like that because we're bringing the heat. That'd be cool.
You're still Disney Channel dude. It ain't even fun.
Harry.
Harry, yeah, there we go. We could do Henry. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Harry ride now.
I might have to. My balls might be too hot. I might kill off all the boys.
My balls is hot.
We'll see.
Okay, you can do
there.
Haley.
There we go. See. Anyway, all right.
Like Haley Degan.
Jesus. Michigan's own Marshall Welton, 12.
Just solid.
Wonderful.
Just solid.
Solid
So
as a
proud.
rock.
Off the Suzuki.
Yep.
God.
Hardy Munoz, 13th.
Wow, I'm surprised he made it through that main.
I'm surprised Hardy has not crashed in the last 2 weekends.
Right.
That's a lie. He crashed last weekend.
Well,
crash.
hey, Indy's coming up.
Oh, that's a triple crown.
it's a triple
Oh,
No,
dude.
I'm pretty sure there was
Glorious
a
for us.
picture of Hardy on the ground. I could have swore I saw it.
He's
Maybe.
gonna wreck everyone if he's in the LCQ, and I am here for it.
Maybe.
Oh, that one's
That
dead.
one's dead.
All right, we gotta bang through this.
All right. Brighton Carroll, 14th.
Cut your hair.
Preston Baseflug, 15th.
Didn't realize he was in the main.
Gage Linville, 16th.
Didn't know he was still alive.
Bryce Shelley, 17th.
That's a big kid.
Ryder Floyd, 18th.
Solid name.
This is going well. Keep
Is
going.
Ryder
with it.
Floyd, Robbie Floyd, the announcer guy's relative?
No.
That'd be cool.
Logan Leitzel, 19th.
Another big kid. Sorry, Jace Kessler.
Marcus
Cali
Phelps, 20th.
From South
Is he
Africa.
related to Michael?
Oh my God.
Does he swim?
Max Anstey, 21st.
Hate to see it.
Kind of
Hate to see it. Yeah, it was.
Dude, I love the fact that Max was just like, JT was trying to pump him up. Hey, man, it's not over with. And Max just kind of like,
Well,
No, it's fucking
no,
over.
it's fucking over, bro. It's fucking
No,
over.
I
But
like-
sure, we're just going to try to go get wins now.
we're real boogered right now.
Oh, God. I love, though, that he just, like, is at the point.
He wanted to say he made it a point like I want to say some other stuff.
You know exactly what
It's
I want to say.
awesome that he's been doing this so long that he's such a professional that he caught himself. Because if you would have had this interview, say,
With
20
Hayden Deegan?
Yeah.
you're gonna get F this, F that.
Or you
this
have-
is stupid.
My
all
butt
on
cheek.
live
Yeah.
TV.
You had this interview with Max maybe like 5 years ago. F this, F that. This is a bunch of bullshit. Sorry. So
Anyway,
Feel bad for him.
and
It's weird having this be a PG show now.
Dominique, we're not totally PG, but we're just
Nikkei Theory.
is 22nd, and that's
Didn't
been,
realize he was on the Partzilla team.
yeah, and that's been your 250 race recap brought to you by 50 Grafx. Anything else before we wrap up here?
I don't
Looking
know,
forward
let's see
to
what
it.
the Twitter spheres got going on.
Well,
Let's
hurry
see
up because we don't want the camera to die.
Let's see what
before
the
we end
hot
show.
tweets were.
Oh, looking forward to Indy. Hey, anybody? We'll be in Indy this weekend.
We
If
will
you're
be in
there.
Indy. Me and Justin will be there.
I won't be there. I have an away game in Calcasas.
Oh,
These
how about
guys
this?
do.
This is hilarious. Hang on. This is real.
No.
We're Monster Energy Girls. Of course, we're super hyper aware of our surroundings because if we don't look left and right, we might get hit by a bike.
That girl almost gets smoked.
It's real.
We can laugh about it because she's okay. Like, so it makes it all right. All right. Well, this has been episode 263. Thank y'all for tuning in. Sorry the audio quality is a little low.
Yeah, you won't
thank
get to hear Cole's birthday story.
Well,
Yeah, it's alright.
No, you'll hear it'll be on the camera because we're just gonna use the camera audio because
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, right.
I didn't go buy a new card, so I was trying to use an old card, and
Whatever, devil.
about an hour in, I realized his mic wasn't. We've had issues.
Here's a
Tech savvy. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Thanks to all
Thank
the
you.
sponsors.
Give
Holster-
Deegan the haymaker.
Oh my God. Holster Co. Complete Racing Solutions, 50 Grafx, TLR Coatings, Worx, Issac Nelson Designs. Links in the description down below. We'll be back next week with the indie shows,
With a little tighter program.
and we'll see everybody next week.